Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. No, don't start the next one. God damn it. God damn it! Hello. Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? It's, November 6th. And, I went out for a walk this morning. And I was like, what should I do today? Should I, I was gonna edit the video or something. I'm like, should I, do a stream or something? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, what if I did a stream today? Cause I've been doing a lot of streams lately. I have another podcast to record later, but I was like, if I do a stream today, what should I do? Nostalgia Critic. It was I didn't even think about it for a second because the immediate thing that came to mind was the meme of No Nostalgia Critic November, or alternatively, I think the more it's slightly better to say more No Doug November, but yeah, no, I decided it was a high time for Nostalgia Critic. What I think I might do, and don't hold me to this because this could be a whole other stream. Don't hold me to this. We might just go power through fucking Nostalgia Critic for a few hours and just watch that. But I may pair this in a little while. We might do Control-Alt-Delete. Continue that. It's been a while since we've read any Control-Alt-Delete, and the last time was absolutely fucking insufferable. And I was like, okay, we are skipping ahead to when it gets funny, because it was so bad. So if that sounds interesting to you, then maybe that'll happen. Yeah, we're gonna get started with Doug. We're gonna watch the fucking Wall review again. I didn't use that thumbnail for nothing. I didn't use that thumbnail just because it's No Nostalgia Critic November, which is a play on No Nut November, so the word nut works really well with his face in that image. I did not just pick that image for the thumbnail for that reason, no. No, I've been saying I want to rewatch the Wall review for a while. The infamous Wall review. I think it came out in 2019, so it was like the year I started doing this fucking thing. And we watched it in like December of that year, I remember, and it was just a fucking nightmare. This thing is like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I forget how long it is, but it's too long. And it is, I mean, I think it needs really no introduction, I think. It's a fucking review of the Wall movie. The Pink Floyd The Wall movie, where the only introduction I really need to give is to say that if you aren't aware, supposedly it's from somebody, Doug Walker, who enjoys the Pink Floyd The Wall movie and album, but virtually every song on it is just being shitty toward Pink Floyd, and being like, this song is stupid and has no meaning, and it was and of course, it's shot like a Nostalgia Critic video also, so, you have that to look forward to. I think most people have probably seen it. If you haven't, you're certainly in for fucking something. And yeah, sorry, Padre Jenkin 138. I do appreciate that you say I have good taste in music. But you're right. I don't ever stop and credit the creators. I don't ever stop and, it always be like that. I don't ever, hang on. Yeah, no, I never, I never do that, and it's just funny to me how many people are not able to, I don't know if you're just not watching the stream, maybe you're listening to audio only, or like if you're playing it at literally 240p and having text in the corner is too tiny for you, like you can't read this. I mean, you can't read it now because of the bear, but like it's there. And I don't know if it's just a meme now when people are like, where's the song? What's the song? It's like, it's there. I think yesterday I might have, what the fuck did I do yesterday? I forget. Yesterday I played some songs by Archive. That's right. I was going to play the song All on a Sunday by Spock's Beard, but it wasn't on Spotify, so I wouldn't have been able to do this gag. I would have had to actually remember to say, hey, that was All on a Sunday by Spock's Beard, and I wouldn't have. I would have forgotten. So it's, anyways. $2 from Victor Hugo Martinez. You've been on a roll. Sadly can't stay again. Oh, that's a shame. You've been unable to join for a little bit, so hopefully things are okay. Hopefully you can catch up a little bit on the Unlisted or something. The last few streams have been pretty banger. Yesterday we had 2 separate Dolphin Sex Maniacs. Two separate dolphin fuckers, both of whom I would say the dolphin fucking is like the least interesting part about them. Well, maybe not the other guy. Maybe not the second guy, that's kind of his main thing, but he did also say that he was like, yeah, I was mainly into fucking dogs, but the dolphin fell into my lap, and hey, what are you gonna do? You gonna say no? I mean, that's like a paraphrase, but that's basically what he said. And the other guy just kept fucking one-upping himself with, like, it started out with, I channel dolphins, and he made orgasm noises while he was channeling the spirit of dolphins, and by the end of it, he was saying Hitler did nothing wrong. And it's just, and then we found out he probably got murdered by his friend. And it just, every time he showed up, the fucking bar kept getting raised. It was unbelievable. Neville Rowe, you fucking madman, fucking legend. Fucking legend. He fucked his mom, too. Also, he was gay, so, I mean, figure that out. But anyways, that was yesterday's stream. Today, we're looking at some No Nostalgia Critic November. Or, I guess, just Nostalgia Critic November. We're getting into that. Get into that. Let me, scroll the chat a little here. Motherfucker's named Neville. Let's see. Someone's like, I'm sorry, what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's not for today's stream. Don't worry. But oh, what's this? Oh. Oh, that's a good song. Wait. Why this? Oh. I see.
Okay. If I chop you up in a meat grinder, and the only thing that comes out that's left of you is your eyeball, you're probably dead. Ripping off the meat grinders, ripping off the meat grinders, eating nine pimping strip.
This showed up and it was like, on your watch later playlist. And I forgot that I put it on there. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The meat grinder clip is pretty legendary. So let me see here. So yeah, this is maybe one of the... Wow, it's only 40 minutes? What the fuck? Wow, it's only 40 minutes? It's only 40 minutes? Holy shit! Oh god. Oh, and I forgot about the ending. Oh my god, I forgot about the fucking ending. Oh wow, I remembered this, but then I forgot about the whole fucking animated part at the end with Fenna and Lucy Lacemaker. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I forgot about how this is. Yeah, so this is from Doug Walker from 4 years ago. I mean, it's not Doug Walker, it's also Rob Scallon or Scallion or whatever. It's the fucking singer from Slipknot is here. Like, this is a star-studded affair. And yet it is genuinely one of the worst things that Doug Walker's ever made. And obviously there's a fucking there's quite a pedigree for worst things he's ever made. So that's really saying something. This episode brought to you by Honey, everyone. Look at that like ratio here. I can't wait for like a year or two from now for somebody to do In Defense of the Wall Nostalgia Critic. A 4-hour video essay about how there's so much heart to this. It's so sincere. Guys, you've gotta like it. God, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So brought to you by Honey, the easiest way to save money when you're shopping online.
Corey Taylor was also in a fucking horror movie that Ashens looked at on his sofa recently. It was a great video where his friend put together a list put together a bunch of movies and like hand wrote some like Rotten Tomatoes scores. But half of the video was just Ashens making fun of his friend's handwriting for being terrible. But one of the movies was some fucking movie with the I think the Freddy Krueger actor and Corey Taylor. So, you know, I'm sure this is one of the things that he's done that's very good. I'm sure there's other great media from him. Is there... Hang on. So, $5 from Big Meaty Claus says, hey Claw, love you, man. You now gotta dress your bear as the Nostalgia Critic NNN pledge mate. Would you ever be interested in watching Hell of a Boss? Not particularly, no. But I will look Nostalgia, let me see. Nostalgia Critic hat. PNG. Can I just get a quick Nostalgia Critic hat to throw on my little circle bear? Will this work? I don't think this will work. It's not gonna work. There isn't just a simple Nostalgia Critic hat PNG that would work well with the bear. So I'll think about it. I'll look into it. Maybe I'll try to figure something out, but I don't know, this might be the only Nostalgia Critic stream we do this month, so, I'm here in spirit. That's really the main thing. I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot. We don't have Lindsay Ellis to look at in this video. There's this other lady. I mean, listen, she comes in dressed as a sexy maid. It's like, come on. It's not my fault for saying it. Come on now. Don't you dare fucking knock. Oh, he's pondering. He's busy pondering. It's a good angle and everything there. Yeah. Nostalgia Critic reviews. Pink Floyd, The Wall. Oh, that fucking... You couldn't just put YouTube on the TV, really? You really couldn't just, like... put the fucking YouTube app on the TV? You had to MS Paint it on top of the thing? Like, there's more bezel on this side than there is on the fucking right. God, this is ugly. Oh, look at this fake YouTube. What the fuck is this? Is this what it looked like on YouTube on TV at one point? I mean, obviously not the... Yeah, I guess this is actually a real shot of what YouTube used to look like on TV. I don't remember it looking this way, but it's... Certainly, this middle one here is standing out a little bit. I don't know, Corey Taylor, you should just watch Sword Art Online. Haven't you ever re-watched Sword Art Online or The Matrix?
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to.
Oh, God.
Pink Floyd The Wall, or is it Pink Floyd's The Wall? I never know where to put the S there.
I still haven't actually watched the real Pink Floyd's The Wall movie. So I'm not necessarily going to pick up on any more of the fucking subtle imagery here and like, oh, this is a callback to this scene from the movie than I did last time. But I also don't have booze this time, so the stream will still probably be more coherent.
Abstract musical that musician Roger Waters described as a separation between a rock star and his audience. But it's so much more than that, I think. When it came out in 1982, it got
well, I just switched from, instead of getting regular lavender, I got one of the carts again. I'm back on the carts, at least for now. So the person who said that I need to get very high for this, well, I think that's still an option. I think that's still possibly an option.
Views and did only okay at the box office. Many saw it as too pretentious and full of itself, saying it's way...
It was just before dusk, one dark weekend evening.
Did we really... So here's what I don't get, right? Like, why is Corey Taylor here? And then he's here, and he's in this room, and he's pondering. And that's why the maid lady couldn't come in. He's pondering, and then he starts, and his I can only imagine this is supposed to be like this character, because he's like the Pink of this story, right? He's the main character, kind of, from what I recall. So why is his internal monologue Doug Walker singing? Why did they get a singer from Slipknot in this thing? I mean, I guess his voice wouldn't necessarily fucking work as a Pink Floyd cover. You know, unless you wanted to go all psychosocial on Run Like Hell or something. I don't know. But, it just seems a little weird to have this music band singer sitting here while a non-singer is singing in place of him, in his mind.
Well, on your way home.
Well, yeah, I guess it's too much to ask him to sing. That probably would have cost too much. Like, they got him to appear... I don't know, get his fucking kid here to do it if you gotta... That's the one thing I kind of like about this video, is that Corey Taylor and his son look very similar. Like, so there's a thing here where I'm assuming this is supposed to be like the young version of this character is the idea here. And I think that works. I think that works because the father and son look very similar. And I think it's, what is it? It's Corey Taylor's son, I think, who's really into Nostalgia Critic or something. Or The Wall, or whatever it was, like, he was the one who wanted to be involved in this and kind of got his dad in. That's the one thing that I think kind of works, is the dad and the son do look similar, so it actually works for the young version of me thing, if that's what it's going for.
Critics told you Pink Floyd's Wall was shite when you thought that it was kinda alright. And the masses gave thanks as the movie tanked, fading to obscurity for a while. The art house ego trip had fallen.
Like, you couldn't just get him... Like, you couldn't just get a theater kind of thing for him to sit in. I know it wouldn't cost... I know it would cost money. I know it would probably cost money to have the fucking lights not reflected in his sunglasses here. I know it would cost money to have any kind of effort happen in this production. But, like, he's in this green screen fake theater, and he's got the fucking camera, like, the, you know, the lights with the fucking dimmer cones or whatever they are, just, like, in his... God, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Had fallen, then slipped to the bargain bin for $3.93.
Oh god, this intro too. Oh, Jesus Christ. We really are just watching this now, aren't we? It's only 40 minutes and it just feels so much longer though. Oh, the fake glass. Oh god. I mean, of course, the instrumental is also just, like, this really cheap, like, it feels like the karaoke version of The Wall, you know? Not the best. Now we've got a fucking, like, slideshow happening. It's a slideshow with Sephiroth flames at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, nobody really cared about this. Like, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, the music guy in charge of this is that Rob Scallion dude, who I think is, like, a reasonably talented music guy. I feel like if he gave a shit and, you know, if he was paid enough to give a shit, and if Doug gave enough of a shit, I feel like maybe they could have done something a little better with the instrumentals based on The Wall, but it's... I mean, on the other hand, I don't think there's anything you're gonna do to really, like, you know, it's just gonna sound like it's gonna... You know what this sounds like? It sounds like the fucking Guitar Hero, like, cover versions of the real songs before they started to have, like, all the songs be the actual songs in the later games. Like, the first couple Guitar Heroes would have, like, the in-house band doing Iron Man or whatever. That's what this sounds like. It's the in-house band version of what is it, Wave Group or whatever? It's the Wave Group version of The Wall.
Been a long time since you've seen Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Who told him he could do this?
Slipknot, Stone Sour, so much happened since you thought of it at all.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Who told him he could do this?
Tell me when you were a fan of the band, Corey. Is this quite what you expected to see?
Why does it need to... The fact that it's like actual Corey Taylor who's the main character in this is also weird. Like he's not just generic rock man, but he's like Doug is directly singing to him as Slipknot, Stone Sour, blah blah blah. Like it's just very strange. It's such an odd choice. And so yeah, thus begins the parade of corpses that is this review, where it's just fucking Doug referring to it's just Doug like constantly shitting on this much better piece of art, you know, this timeless classic, and doing the whole like, was it really any good? And it's like, bro, it's 2019. Like, I don't know, everybody has their own interpretations and stuff. I don't want to say Doug's, like, wrong for maybe not fully seeing the meaning of The Wall or something. I'm sure I don't fully see it either. Nobody's gonna fully see it except somebody like fucking Roger Waters growing up in the Blitz of London, you know, fucking running for his life. And all of that weird shit, and his dad and everything. That's all about him. Like, nobody's gonna get it except him. But that all being said, like, the very concept of it's like looking at, like, I mean I know it's not the same thing, but it really is like looking at some kind of like classical music at this point. For as popular and important as The Wall is, it's like looking at, I don't know, like a fucking Beethoven symphony and being like, but does it really have any meaning, though? I don't know. I don't know. Has anybody really looked at it and decided if it was legit or not? I think it might all just be silly. Like, I don't know, Doug. I think there's probably been some people who have analyzed it before you who might have picked up on some fucking I don't know, Doug. I feel like the jury's no longer out on that one. I don't know.
Alright, Corey, you can use my computer to do your homework, but no looking through my desk. Got it?
Is that actually Corey Taylor's voice, or like his dad? Like, I'm assuming that's his dad. This is young him now. I don't know, maybe that was just somebody else doing the voice. Yeah, that's like the one thing this fucking video has, is just the fact that he does look very similar to his dad, so it is just believable without too much, like, suspension of disbelief that this is just the young version of the Corey Taylor character. And there's like a wholesome element to it. It's like, yeah, he's playing his dad, and there's like a whole, I don't know, there's something about that there. There's, like, this isn't the worst piece of fucking media in the world, this Wall review, because I think there's an element that's like, yeah, it probably made this kid happy, and, you know, it was a nice thing for him and his dad to do, but that's like the one thing I can really point to that's not insufferable. Oh, hey, Caddy. Yeah, we're doing it. It's Nostalgia Critic November. Pull up a chair. We're redoing The Wall. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's already horrible.
Good old Pink Floyd made a movie devoid of even the slightest bit of subtlety.
Shut the fuck up, Doug.
The production was fancy.
Doug is gonna talk to... Dog Walker is gonna talk to us about the production of this fucking movie. The guy who can't get the fucking lights to not shine in this character's sunglasses is going to talk to us about the production being too fancy in this movie. Yeah, maybe you need to fancy it up a little, Doug.
Way too
Just a little bit.
For adults to take seriously. But I found it one day behind Dad's .0 stash.
Weird ass what? Super hot, super weird, super what? Why is there like a half-naked, like, Asian girl in a cat ear thing, and then there's just like... Are these both like CGI ladies, these two? These like Radeon graphics card ladies? It's like, come play, my lord, ladies. Alright, this is the other thing that's good about this video, is whatever I'm looking at here. This is kind of funny. I'll give you that.
Hidden away, and my eyes still grew big at the
Second Life people.
I discovered I felt the same thing. Kids' emotions are blood, but they're nevertheless.
It's like, I've listened to The Wall a number of times, and like the funny thing about this album is like I can kind of approximate which song this is trying to be. This is like, I mean, it's one of the early. What would it be? It would be like this is like, what is this? The Thin Ice, I guess, kind of, yeah, or like Happiest Day of Our Lives, maybe. It's like one. No, this is the Thin Ice because it's before Another Brick in the Wall. So like I can kind of tell what song it's trying to be, but it's like so off and weird, and just I'm like, I have to remind myself, like, oh yeah, it's that song, right? Yeah.
Raw felt when the wall broke free. Every rock star that's wild was a rage-driven child, like in this movie. They all dream just like Floyd, most of them falling into the void. That's why I watch, despite it being so whiny.
Okay, alright. Whiny. Yeah, whiny. That's not something that's ever been... That's not a trait you could ever attribute to a fucking Doug Walker video. So this is the original song, by the way. Yeah, you notice how it's like a lot better? Like, just immediately. There's... Yeah, there's like there's like some effect on the vocals. There's like a good stereo panning kind of thing going on with the instrument. I mean, it's Pink. It's the fucking Wall. Like it's like, yeah, listen to this classic album and then go. You know what this also is? You know what this also reminds me of so much? It reminds this fucking review reminds me of the Sgt. Pepper movie, where they made like the Beatles weren't involved. But they made like a fucking weird-ass movie based on fucking Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And it had like bizarre covers and like remixes and shit. And it was all pretty much awful. And it's, I don't know, it's like that, where it's like, yeah, you compare it to the original, like, yeah, you know, it's the fucking Sgt. Pepper. Like, that's all you need to say. It's The Wall. And then you compare it to this and like, that's so whiny. Oh god, it's so muddy and disgusting. Like, compare it directly to the real song, right? There's like, he's like Roger's voice is like in the right ear a little bit, and there's the instruments are all kind of nicely spaced out. It's a little bit panned left because the voice is in the right, or at least it feels that way. This feels like it's all slammed into the middle of the fucking mix. This has no panning, this has nothing. You want to talk about something that has no subtlety? How about this fucking mix, you cunt? So whiny!
You see?
So, how many of you also forgot about the fucking sex creature in this video? Show of hands. I mean, probably not anymore, because I did mention that there was a fucking sex creature at the end of this video earlier. I was like, oh my god, I forgot about it. But, yeah, I forgot how early it was set up, too. Oh boy, it's so good. It's just so good. Someone says never could!
Corin! 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 Pay attention. What's the...
Look at all of these. They're supposed to be students. They're supposed to be high school students, everyone. This looks like a bunch of janitors surrounding some guy playing dress up. This... Like, okay, fine, he could maybe be a headmaster, teacher guy, whatever, sure, fine, sure, him, fine. But everybody around him, they can't even, no, none of them can even, I get it's just like a funny little throwaway gag, but it's so distracting. They're all supposed to be students. This doesn't look like students. They look like they're all in their 30s or 40s.
This Pink Floyd.
Is he supposed to be in college? That's maybe the only way it's acceptable.
The boy fancies himself a musician. It's rubbish. Now what did I just say, Corey?
We don't need no education.
Well, that's grammatically incorrect, so apparently you do need some education.
He betrays his degeneracy pretty hard, Jean-Luc.
It's no laughing matter. Do you know what we teach in these walls?
How to fix a car, pay your taxes, ace an interview, perform first aid, manage your insurance, cook healthy meals, or do household repairs.
Preposterous.
You know, this kid is not bad at, like, delivering lines. He's honestly better than some of the Nostalgia Critic people. Like, in this scene, I'm like, why is he not given more to do in this? Like, he's mostly, from what I remember, he's mostly silent throughout this. They probably could have just let him sing some of the fucking songs and it would have been better than... But I guess then it wouldn't have been Doug Walker's The Wall. It wouldn't... You would have missed... There would have been like 5 people who are Doug Walker simps who would have been like, but where's Doug on this? If we didn't have him singing every song, so I guess that's why he's there.
We pay other people to do those things. We teach important things you need to know in life, like algebra, trigonometry, physics, geology, sex ed. Oh, that's right, you have letters that say you don't need to learn that. Well, it shouldn't be too important, especially in the case of that kid. Do you laugh at everything? Well, anyway, continue to act like the oppressed, and me the oppressor. Rock albums seem to really eat that shit up.
God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm sorry that Doug... I'm not sorry. It's nice that Doug Walker didn't have to deal with a horrible childhood of abusive teachers. But I feel like... I feel like I have no issue believing that there were very abusive teachers in, like, Britain in, like, the 40s and 50s, you know? Like, I don't know, I've never stopped and been like, no, you know, I don't know, the corporal punishment type of stuff, that just doesn't seem realistic. No. But I guess Doug did, and he was like, no, there's no way that the teachers could have ever been mean to the students. No, that never happened. That never happened. And now he's downplaying this. I don't know, that's just so strange. That's such a strange view to have about this album. Like, shut up, Roger Waters. You weren't actually that abused by your teachers. Shut up, loser. Shut up. Like, okay, maybe he wasn't, but what the fuck place do you have to say that?
Welcome to high school, where all the teachers are monsters. I know it.
Oh, but he doubles down on it super hard. Now it's like a fucking Castlevania
want to
homage.
teach you something, but they don't. They just want to eat you up because we're evil, blood-sucking vampire thieves. Need more victims.
What are these fucking... What are these? What are these faces supposed to be? They're like melons with like eyes? Is this like a reference to the actual thing? It probably is. It probably is. This is probably Doug's stupid attempt to make something that looks like the actual movie, if I had to guess. But it just kind of looks like those little Enter the Gungeon bullet guys.
There are no good teachers, not one.
Minions,
by
yeah.
accident. We need more stuff to rebel. We don't want to help you.
Yeah, Caddy says it was like, yeah, no, I believe, yeah, like, it wasn't even depicted as being that horrible. It was like, yeah, they'll beat you for getting out of line, and they'll do, like, it wasn't like heightened fantasy Matilda go into the chokey kind of shit, you know? Like, if that was in the album, it would be maybe fair to be like, alright, this is maybe not realistic to what would have really happened, but everything that's on that album is stuff that's like, yeah, like, there's still schools that fucking do that to people, like, to this day. What the fuck are you talking about, Doug?
We just want to eat your blood and suck your brains. No, our education system's broke. Wait, maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I got a high school education. This is pandering like hell.
What does this have to do with the U.S. education system? Excuse me?
Suck your brains.
Our education system is broke from 2017 in the United States. Yeah, I'm sure that was relevant to Roger Waters when he wrote this. What point are you making?
We need more victimization. There are no good teachers, not one.
Why is Doug simping so hard for teachers? What is this? Like, yeah, there's definitely also good teachers, but that doesn't mean there aren't also bad teachers. What is this like shilling for teachers? Like, they could never have done anything wrong. That's just ludicrous. It's such a strange... It's kind of like in Shadow the Hedgehog, when depending on what path you take, Sonic and friends just become weirdly, like, pro-military. Like if you decide to be the villain or whatever, then Sonic is just like, Gun is right, Shadow. Gun is great. I'm gonna support Gun despite everything they've done wrong. It's like, this seems very unnecessary. Like, where is this coming from? This, like, does Doug just have, like, a really, really good relationship with, like, one of his teachers, and now I don't know. Very odd.
By accident! We need more stuff to rebel. We don't want to help.
More stuff to rebel. That's good. That's great. That's incredible songwriting.
We just want to eat your...
Stuff to rebel. I mean, the word stuff in lyrics, in lyric form, can be used, but boy, that doesn't sound good. And then stuff to rebel is just not, it's not grammar.
Blood and suck your blames. Our education system's broke. Wait, maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I got a high school education. This is pandering like hell. Remember that one teacher who seemed cool? He was...
Wait, pandering like hell. What was the previous?
We just want to
Oh,
eat your...
rebel. Okay, it does. He just he awkwardly forced in the rhyme pandering like hell. More stuff to rebel. That's good God.
Remember that one teacher who seemed cool? He wasn't. He was all part of the plan. Hey, who cares? All this bitching sells. Remember that one teacher who seemed...
What did he say? All this bitching sells.
All this bitching sells. Remember that one...
This is so fucking strange. Like, it's just so strange that this is his criticism here. I don't know. Like, is there nothing else you could criticize about the song, I guess? Like, is there just nothing else? What the fuck is this? You just have to be like, yeah, your whole point is stupid and invalid, whatever, it's just bitching, yada yada yada. It's not relevant to 2017 fucking US education system. So, shut up. Great review, Doug. I mean, if he had just sat down, I feel like if he had just sat down and done a normal review where he he reacts to this part of the video, the actual movie, and he's like, yeah, you know, I feel like this is maybe overblowing it a little. Like, if he explained what he's fucking getting at, but what we get from the song is just so, like, I don't know, weirdly unable to empathize with the character or the writer of the song or anybody in a different scenario than the US in 2019, like...
Teacher who seemed really kind and gave you candy? Well, we got another hit in the wall. That candy was really sugar-coated children's souls! LOL, so school sucks. Grow a damn pair of balls. Children's souls!
So school sucks, grow a damn pair of balls. Yeah, they're children. What the fuck, Doug? What the fuck, Doug? Like, okay, let's go further with this. LOL, your parents beat you. Haha, grow up, loser. LOL, you got molested. Haha, idiot. Shouldn't have done that. Great stuff, Doug. You're really good at this. Great critic. I think the worst part of that is him saying LOL, yeah.
It's all part of my secret plan to make sure you're more likely to get a job when you're older.
Yeah, it's no longer ignorable, by the way. We can no longer ignore the fact that these fucking students don't look like students. This is just Doug Walker's remaining group of people that he can force into fucking costumes and dance like, you know, like props. It's not...
It's all part of my secret plan to make sure you're more likely to get a job when you're older.
Like, we're not able to ignore the fact that they all look like they're in their, like, 30s or 40s. This guy, the white guy here, who looks like Kylo Ren, is maybe the youngest looking, and even he looks like he's, like, in his late 20s, maybe. I guess maybe Malcolm, a little bit. Maybe. He's got some exaggerated swagger, so... I guess this is supposed to be high school, I believe, but it's the whole school system too. So I don't think it's because the Pink character and Roger Waters. I don't think they went to like university necessarily. Maybe Roger Waters did. I don't know, but I don't think that's really depicted. So I think it's more just like, you know, K through 12 kind of deal or whatever that is in the UK. Might be the same thing. So yeah, having these people that look like they're in their 30s is just, if it was college, maybe, but no.
It's like those 90s commercials where the...
No, the young one isn't the guy who made the sex creatures. You're thinking of Fena. Fena does look a little bit like him, but I think the white guy who looks like Kylo Ren is, I think he's the guy who made the Twilight Zone parody for fucking, oh, what do you call it? Demo Reel. Demo Reel came back. I think it was that guy who did it, and he actually did it fairly well from what I heard. I saw a video about it. It actually had decent, like, cinematography and, like, care put into it for the first time in Channel Awesome history. I think it's that guy. I'm not certain.
Don't look like bad guys!
Walter? Yeah.
Except they weren't 90s commercials, they were mini documentaries! It's all true! We really don't
What did you even say? I can't hear your lyrics. They're... God. Whatever terrible point you're making.
see what makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch so great! Because we're old!
I mean, just incredibly insensitive. God. I mean, I don't feel like this is how Doug would be if you, like, told him personally, if you were a friend of his and you were, like, just having a conversation and you were like, yeah, you know, when I was in school, yada yada, I got, you know, bad stuff happened to me. I don't feel like this implies that Doug would be like, you should get over it, loser! But it's just, there is an element that it just reflects very poorly on, like, this is what he chose to criticize, was somebody being abused and talking about it. Like, very nice, Doug. Very nice. Oh yeah, remember, this is a love letter. That's right, chat member. This is a love letter to Pink Floyd's The Wall. Doug Walker loves this album and this movie. So the fact that this entire thing is just him, like, criticism should involve positivity, right? Don't you think? Like, Doug Walker's never been one of those people who's just negative. I feel like he usually is kind of fair in some of his reviews, unless it's a movie that's completely awful. He'll be like, yeah, and this part's pretty cool, and I like this, but why is this review nothing but shitting on this album and this movie? Like, there's barely, like, what is the positive critique? It's a pretty cool song on the wall. Oh yeah, it sucks and it's lame and you should shut up and nothing happened to you, but it's a pretty cool song. Like, really, does that level it all out? I don't know. I don't know why this is so scathing against something that he claims to like. It's bizarre. I mean, let's do this again, by the way. Let's do this again. For anybody who's not, like... Because I'm a pretty big Pink Floyd fan, you know? For anybody who's not a huge Pink Floyd fan, maybe you've never heard it, maybe you've never listened to the... You've probably heard this song, but, like... It's part 2 is the main one. Let's just jump to the middle of the song, right? Okay, listen to that. Just listen to the fucking instrumental. For one thing, the real song allows the instrumental to happen without fucking Doug going, yes, yes, ha ha ha, yes, all over it like a fucking supervillain trying to be funny or something, I guess. So you can actually hear the fucking music, right? Like, I'm gonna try to play this and like, I mean, I'll give it the solo's not so terrible, the solo that they have here. But also, yeah, they just have to shove in all these funny fucking lyrics and so it's just so funny, and then you listen to the real song. And there's like, there's bass here, there's some spacing, there's some sonic fucking, there's like something, the people that made this knew what they were fucking doing, basically. And like, you know, I say the solo is okay on the Nostalgia Critic one, but for whatever it is that's okay, it's not mixed well, and it doesn't fit well with the song like it does in the real song. Like, and he's trying to play this solo, but they keep having this fucking na 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 with the funny lyrics, because it just keeps being like, this movie's stupid and you're so whiny, and they just have to keep having that in the fucking song. Like, we can't just listen to the solo for a second. So goodbye to the chat member who's leaving and listening to the actual album. Have fun. Enjoy it. Have a good time. That's probably for the best. Okay, but now I hate this. I hate this. I said that the solo was okay, but it isn't. He's doing that fucking wanker guitar bullshit where he's like intimidated. He's like not intimidated. He's like that Rob Scallion or whoever is doing this solo is like, they're not confident that he's not confident that he's actually a good guitar player, so he has to play it really fast. This is the guitar version of going, yeah, yeah. This is one of those. This is one of those fucking, look at how many notes I can play. It's like, yeah, the original song didn't need that. It sounded better. Go fuck yourself. I mean, like, the shredding is talented, I'll give him that, but it just doesn't really fit here, and it's like, you don't need to shred to be a good guitar player. It just shows that you're like, congratulations that you can, but you didn't stop to think if you should.
Wait, time out. Is this really a World War II reference?
No, it's just a bunch of kids being herded onto a train to a horrible, torturous building. Oh. Yeah.
Wow, okay, so did none of these people even get it then? Like, I have to assume at some point in this, like Malcolm or Tamara here, or I think this guy's name's Walter, I don't know the other lady's name, but any of the people involved in this, Corey Taylor even, might have just stopped and been like, you know, Doug. Yeah, I think that was on purpose, actually, Doug. It's not as if World War II imagery is also a thing on this album, unrelated to school. It's not as if that's at all relevant to the album. No. Wow, amazing.
Really comparing this to
Walter.
high school?
No, it's just meant to look weird and creepy. They're not implying that.
I don't know. I don't think there's a way to not connect that.
Oh, come on. They're just saying school sucks. They're not making any connections to that.
Apparently they actually did this back in the day, too, like shipping kids off to school or whatever. So, I mean, I don't think Doug did any research. Like, even if they didn't do that actually in real life, like, yeah, I don't think it's a stretch to have, like, imagery of this on your fucking album, frankly.
Let's go on to the next song that talks about the horrors of World War II. Oh, crap.
See.
It's just a coincidence. Maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean, Doug? What do you mean? How do you acknowledge that there's another song about this and not understand? You fucking clown! What are you fucking this done? Fuck! This fucking dance, holy shit! I wanted to call him a dunce and call him dance at the same time. I wanted to say, how are you this dunce? It didn't work out right. Fuck! Oh, they're gonna butcher this one, too. Is Doug really... Is he really content talking about this dude's ego? Like Pink's ego, or Roger Waters' or anybody's fucking... Did you watch your movies, Doug? Come on. And now we have Binding of Isaac down here. Yeah, how egotistical you are to be traumatized by the war and your entire upbringing. How egotistical you are, Roger Waters. Now here's the thing though, I will say this much, I guess to Doug's defense or whatever, I will say this much. Roger Waters is a cunt. He's basically his own Yoko Ono, which isn't even accurate because Yoko Ono didn't break up the Beatles, but he's basically the reason why the fucking Beatles, why Pink Floyd, like, split apart, because of he did have a massive ego. Like, he did. We gotta be fair here and say that he did, and this whole album was about him, and he kind of turned the whole band into his band when it wasn't really before, necessarily, just his band. So there is an element of that to this, but for the actual story that's being told, I don't know where you're interpreting that theme of like ego when it's just talking about the kid being fucking traumatized by war or whatever. You can argue that the whole album's story might be a little bit exaggerated. You know, the whole thing might be a little bit woe is me to make Roger seem a little bit more interesting, and you know, and all of that. Maybe there's some argument there, maybe. But when you're actually diving into, like, the specific analysis of all this, it's like, well, no, these things did happen. Maybe it didn't affect him as much as he suggests that it did. And that's really on nobody but him to say. I mean, we can speculate, maybe, and be like, he's faking. But, like, I don't know. It's still not very good criticism, even with that in mind. I don't know.
Doesn't this seem too heavy? Is World War II with monsters too silly? Oh, Roger Waters, did you ever wonder why these images of slaughter made it in a film that also sings about how high school lies?
Oh, it's so dense. It's so fucking dense. It just continues to be dense. Like, it's amazing how much of this has been so dense now. Since, like, 7 minutes till now. It's just been compounding on this... I don't understand the themes of this album, even though I am directly stating what they are. And, like, wow. I mean, bold of you to be so publicly stupid, Doug. You know, good for you. Good for you. I mean, okay, yeah, his problems, like Caddy says, he's petty. He changed it to Roger Waters the Wall, that kind of thing, yeah. And, like, again, there is an element, you know, a lens through which you can criticize it in that way. But I think you can also, like, my problems over other people's problems, like, that's kind of ironic here. Because this is not just necessarily talking about Pink, or Pink, the character, Roger Waters, the person. This is talking about... I mean, it spoke to a generation of people, I think, who did go through a lot of shit like this. I mean, not my generation, obviously, not even my country or anything, but, like, you know, yeah, this was a whole bunch of fucking people who had to live through this kind of shit in their lives, in their childhood, like the school thing, the bombings, all of this shit. And the whole, like, is it too silly to do World War II with monsters? I don't know, have you ever watched fucking Star Wars? Have you ever watched fucking Star Wars, you idiot? I don't know, World War II with monsters has been done pretty well in the past, you know? But other people's problems, like Doug, it's ironic, like, yeah, I don't know, Doug, you're not able to look past your own situation and look at other people's situations. Not problems necessarily, but yeah, there's an irony here.
Is it saying anything that deep? War's bad, thanks, are we supposed to be? Sure, we're all bummed out, but you're losing clout in this movie. So long, Oscar bait song. Smoke a bong and it will feel less wrong. So long.
Oscar bait song. Yeah. Yeah, that was the main thing that they were really jonesing for an Oscar. You know, you might as well say this was a Pulitzer Prize bait song. You know, so long, Tony bait song. So long, Teen Choice Awards song. So long. Like, Oscars. What is the strumming instrumental? Well, this is all a parody, sir. This is all a parody of... Did they skip Mother? They did. What the fuck? They skipped one of the biggest and most popular songs on this fucking album. Maybe it wasn't on the movie? I don't know. But, it's Goodbye Blue Sky by Pink Floyd. This is the real version, obviously. And it's like, it's funny. Like, I play only a little for copyright, right? But it's like, it's funny. You listen to just... like literally a second of it, and you're like, oh, that's better. Like, it doesn't take more than a second. Just the instrumental, the song, anything about it, you're like, oh, that's better. Yep, instantly better. You don't need to be a music critic. You don't need to know about the fucking sonic frequency wavelengths. No, it's just better. It's better. Just for 1 second of the fucking music, it's better. So there's like some fucking, again, there's like, it's in both ears. It's not all shoved down the fucking middle of your headphones. And then... Well, it's also kind of just a generic strumming pattern. Also, there's a song... This is entirely unrelated, and there's no point in me doing this, and I'm wasting everybody's time, but bear with me for a second while I do that. It's a song by... It's a song by The Gathering. I think it's Beautiful War. Or no, it's Colorado Incident. I think it's Colorado Incident. It's like... Is it Bad Movie Scene? Which fucking song is it? Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. It's kind of similar. Goodbye, Oscar bait song. Yeah.
Is that better?
Dude, I don't know what to think while watching that.
Good! That means we're brilliant. Now I'm gonna go do a slow...
No, you're right. It's never a waste of time when this review is paused. You know what's another cool song that's not related to this at all? In any way? No, never mind.
Slow mopey song.
Haven't we had enough of those?
Yeah, but we have had several of them back to back, so that'll really mix things up.
You know, actually, did I really complain that they skipped over Mother? Am I really complaining that they skipped over a song on this fucking thing? No, we should be happy any songs that get unscathed. Get out of this thing unscathed, frankly.
Yeah, how I do a sad song about being cheated on.
So, you're going from World War II, one of the worst things to ever happen,
to bitching about your girlfriend cheating on you?
Hey, it doesn't matter how I'm pained, as long as I'm torturously pained.
Sounds pretty douchey, man.
Yeah, pretty douchey.
Hey, if
I
someone...
mean, it's also just a pastiche of the character's life, you know? Like, it's his life. It's a bunch of things that have happened to him and have constructed him into being a certain type of person that walls himself off from people and emotions and things like that. It's a, you know, it's a psychological analysis of a number of different things. But obviously Doug is just looking at this as a bunch of whining.
Doesn't like my artistic dive into madness caused by an affair.
You mean like The Room?
No.
Yeah.
They can just skip the scene.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you.
Yes.
What's that person I could never see betraying me? You're betraying me? Oh. I got a lot more drawn out angst than that.
Hey,
Wait,
so you invited me
do we skip past all of that? Oh,
up here.
okay.
What you want to do?
Just watch TV.
Do we not get which song was that? Wait. Is it like Empty Spaces, I guess? This one doesn't even really have much lyrics. I don't know which one, because Young Lust is... No, Don't Leave Me Now, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what he's even getting at this point. Because I've never seen the movie, so I don't know if the movie has stuff out of order, so, like, I really probably should have fucking watched the movie first, but... This was a spur-of-the-moment thing where I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna do Nostalgia Critic, I'm gonna have to watch this fucking thing, so, you know, it just kind of happened, but, yeah, no, I don't know if some of the stuff is out of order on the actual movie, but, yeah, it was in the movie. Were there extra songs in the movie or something? Because I don't know what song he's even getting at about being cheated on or something.
You invited me up here to literally watch TV.
It's like, it sounds like Young Lust is playing, but...
A successful musician with millions. How can you expect me to be happy?
This is gonna be another one of those slow Moby songs, isn't it?
Yes. I know that.
All in all, you're just another user in chat.
I have a slow Moby song here too.
Another slow mopey song, yay.
Oh my god, doesn't this remind you of Jesus? I'm like Jesus! I'm Jesus! Feel sorry for me, I'm Jesus!
What song is that? Comfortably Numb? Okay, again, I haven't seen the fucking movie, so maybe there's Jesus-y imagery there that I'm not getting, but... I also really didn't need to see Doug doing this.
I'm Jesus!
I'm Jesus!
Jesus!
Doug cut out songs that didn't fit with his narrative of shitting on the film. That is so strange. It's so fucking strange that this is like, it's supposedly a love letter to this movie. This album. And... Again, it's like, it's not like Doug is one of these people who just says horrible things and only ever criticizes negatively. Like, no, he will say positive things about stuff that he reviews. So it's very odd that none of the positives of this album are highlighted, unless you want to maybe say that, like, the instrumentals are supposed to be a positive, and so there's, like, a faithful recreation of some of those, but they still sound bad because of the mixing and everything. Yeah, like, I don't know what element of this is supposed to be, like, fair to this album in any way, other than just bitching about it constantly. Oh yeah, that was Hey You before. Was that the Jesus one? I haven't listened to The Wall in a while, so I get some of the songs mixed up.
Is there anybody who cares?
Oh no, 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 it's happening!
Wake up. Are you still awake in that chair?
Thank God we skipped Hey You. Because Hey You is like my favorite song on this album, short of like The Trial maybe. So, oh god, no, I just realized, yeah, The Trial is like my favorite song on this album, and it is the one that gets the fucking worst treatment of any of this. Holy shit, I'm just realizing how, the trauma, the flashbacks that they're going to happen. Yeah, no, I guess at the least we skipped that, and now we're here.
Just keep listening to me. I know you're kind of bored. Yeah, sure. It's a lot of slow songs. Now
Hey You wasn't in the movie? Okay. So then why did he have... What was the song that he was saying was like he's Jesus or something? What the fuck was that about? Because it sounded like Hey You is like... It sounded like the fucking middle part of that. But... I don't know. I don't know what the Jesus part was. Apparently he cut out shit that didn't fit with the narrative of this being bad, so... Like...
it's hard to keep on track.
Thin Ice? Okay.
To back.
Ah, shit! He's watching the boring parts of the wall. Wake
The snob, everybody. Everybody, it's time for the part of the stream where everybody goes, you know, the cinema snob's still good, actually. You know, actually, he's still... I still think he's pretty good. I still think he's pretty good. I don't know. It's just fun. It's like, all right, chill. Everybody's so quick to be like, yo, he's still fine. Snob is still fine. Brad is still cool. Like, I know. He's fine. He's still friends with Doug, though. But he's fine. It's just every time he shows up, there's always got to be the guy who's like, you know, Brad's pretty cool still. He's still cool. The rest of them, I don't like them, but Brad's pretty cool. Brad's pretty cool. I like him.
Watch this movie first. Just a half hour more. Come on, you got through worse. You can't be bored while we...
Well, sometimes I am that guy. Yes, because I do still kind of like Brad, but yeah, no, I mean, like everybody, every now and then there has to be someone, and sometimes it's me, and it's just like, you know, Brad's still pretty cool. Yeah, Brad's all right. Brad's a good guy. I like Brad. So this whole fucking version of this song is just Doug calling this movie calling this song boring. He's just calling it boring. It's Comfortably Numb. It's one of the, like you might as well call like Hey Jude boring or something. Well, that one's fair because it has like an 8-minute just fucking fade out. Hey na 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 bullshit. But you might, like, I don't know, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, fucking boring. Like, really? Okay, I guess it's like one of the songs of all time, but all right, I guess.
Unless you don't wanna be seen as deep. Your attention constantly may fade. Your eyes move, but do you care what we're saying?
This is so fucking full of shit, man. Why does Doug have to ruin everything?
When I was a child, I remember being invested. Like hearing the dark side of the moon.
Huh?
Now I've grown, the section starts to drag like a long nag. I just don't understand. Is this now how I am?
I mean, like, so much of this is just a very bad version of this song, too. It's like, enough of it isn't even trying to be funny. Like, that's the worst thing, too. Because you could get the version of Another Brick in the Wall where they just won't shut up with their funny jokes. And they won't let the song just be the song. But then you get this where a lot of it is basically, more or less, just sounds like the regular song, but just a terrible version of it. Of course, here's the... Wow, we really jumped ahead. Holy fuck, we jumped like fucking 10 songs ahead. Jesus. Yeah, we jumped past like Young Lust, One of My Turns, Don't Leave Me Now, Another Brick in the Wall Part 3, Goodbye Cruel World, Hey You, well, we had a little Is There Anybody Out There, that's only kind of a short one. Nobody Home, Vera, Bring the Boys Back Home, like a bunch of shit was just skipped. Some of these are like pretty short, you know, skit songs or whatever, but yeah, man, we basically just fucking power through this whole thing. Comfortably Numb. Again, it's best that we don't get some of these songs, it's best, but Comfortably Numb, of course.
My hands felt just like two balloons.
And like, you know, again, you only need a second of it to hear that it's significantly better than this. But so much of this, like, yeah, the lyrics might be slightly different, but it mostly just sounds like the same song being sung, but with, like, just terrible production and bad instrumentation and a bad singer and worse lyrics. And of course the imagery is worse than the original movie. I haven't seen the original movie, but I just know that. So like, cause this is a Nostalgia Critic movie video, so yeah, I just know that. So yeah, not great. Sure have, Doug. I mean, this is a great song for this version of this album, because he sure is. He's very comfortably dumb on this album. Legitimately, he's very comfortable with being so dumb and putting forward such horrible criticisms of this album that are so obviously and clearly dumb, but he's just super comfortable with that. That's good for him.
Just get through the damn flick.
Haha, it's so boring! Get that? Get it?
But this ain't getting your kicks. Can you listen? Later there will be a quiz. Somebody has to
I mean, the fucking clips of this that they're showing make me really want to watch this movie, too. Like, the clips of this, like, this is such a cool shot. This is such a cool shot. This fucking review can't come close to what I feel in this blurry still frame of this fucking movie. Nothing that Doug has done. Like, there's parts of this where I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, oh, this is supposed to be, like, this stuff here that he's showing with the... This guy, this Mario from the Mario movie in the Kazuma Kiryu suit over here next to Luigi, trying to fucking get this guy off his, like, drug binge or whatever. This is supposed to be Cinema Snob and them with the Corey Taylor guy. That's what this scene is. And I'm just realizing as I watch, like, oh, this was, like, much better and had something going for it, you know?
Can you listen?
It's not boring if you're stoned.
Quiz. Somebody when I become so lame, there is only so long I can go.
I mean, like, does this need to be the whole song, too? You're so comfortable with skipping past a huge chunk of the album. Couldn't you have done, like, half versions of some of these songs? Like, this is... You want to talk about something dragging. This fucking version of this song. Like, the real version doesn't drag because it's fucking good. But this version of this song that is ironically all about how boring and fucking dragging it is, it's like, holy shit, we get it. Yeah, good. The whole criticism is in... can be summed up in, like, 2 lines. Cool song. Fucking do the first verse and chorus and end it there. And then you can maybe have a little bit more of Hey You. I know, I want more of the album to be ruined, but I'm just saying, maybe that would be better overall, instead of fucking wasting everybody's time with a full-ass rendition of Comfortably Numb, which you just apparently hate, and you're just making me hate this. Like, give me, like, a bit of that, and, like, a little bit of some other songs instead. This is so lame.
With hearing a millionaire say that things blow, it's like I've been asleep for days. The film plays, but I can't take the complaining. Like telling a child, it's just how everything is. Just fighting to open my eyes.
It's really needed to have, like, subtitles, too, because the whole fucking point of this is to hear the lyrics and laugh at the funny lyrics. And I guess occasionally the visuals are funny, supposedly, too. They're supposed to be, anyway. They aren't, but, you know. They're supposedly funny visuals, too. But, like, I can't understand what the lyrics are enough of the time that I'm wondering why this hasn't been subtitled. And I can put on the auto subs, but that's not gonna help.
The epic feels I had are gone. I don't know what is going on now. The child is gone and I've moved on. I wish those days weren't just a phase.
This is the only part of this. Once again, anybody who's new here, this is Corey Taylor from Snipcock, and this is this is his son, and they're both they're both in this. The son plays a young version of him, and I think that that's the only part about this that's working, is that he looks like his dad, and that's kind of cool. It seems like a fun thing for them to do. This seems like This seems like a nice thing. This seems very nice. But other than that, everything here is terrible. Oh, here's this great part. Oh, are we gonna cut off the fucking literally one of the greatest guitar solos of all time? I guess that's not relevant to making fun of the album, is it? I guess you can't have any funny lyrics about... Like, can't there at least be a lyric, like, if you want to shit on the album, be like, you know, oh, these lyrics are kinda lame, but at least the instrumental's cool, or something. Like, have a line about that. Say something that's positive. But they don't even let you hear the fucking solo from this song. That's... Again, it's one of the top 5 songs that would ever be considered for like best solo of all time or whatever is Comfortably Numb. Nah, just fade it out. It's fine. Fuck you.
This is where I bring people that I don't want other people to see. Now sober up or have an existential conflict. Either works for me.
This is a great scene, everybody. This is a wonderful scene. You're about to see why. Does anybody's eyes hurt yet? So this is how Doug decided to make this scene look. And I remember I remember Ralph the Movie Maker watching this fucking review and pointing out just how bad the color grading was in this, just how awful this specific shot, this scene, how awful this looks, and how blue and disgusting everything is. Like, he can't... And then I've never been able to unsee, like, in anything from Doug, he can't white balance anything properly. Everything always looks blown out and fucking bright. It's ridiculous. Oh, is it almost honey time? Oh yeah, wasn't the original fucking review, didn't the original stream I did of this have like a bunch of lag or whatever? So hey, we're fucking remastered, everybody. We are so back. Oh my god, no, it's time. Oh god, yeah, no, we have this first. I forgot this came first.
Honestly, before I found out about honey,
hang on. There you go. I wish I could... Hang on, can I make it even faster? Hang on, I think I can. Oh, I can't! No! Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 5 times speed, baby. Hang on. Yeah! Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah, it's this other part. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. That's marvelous.
Hey guys, like the music in this review, well, believe it or not, there's an album of it. I'm not even kidding. This was done by Rob Scallon, who appears in the review. He has his own YouTube channel. He's just this incredible talent, and I really think he outdid himself with this because this is just such a love letter to Pink Floyd's music and The Wall, and you can download the album.
It's just such a... Oh, go fuck yourself, you cunt! It's such a love letter. Oh, yeah. It's such a fucking love letter. Yeah, the last shit I took was a better love letter to Pink Floyd than this.
The link below. There's even songs and music that isn't in the review. It's only for the album, and it's really fantastic.
There's even more? Wait, there's more? Hang on. Hang on. albums. Nostalgia Critics The Wall, 2019. I don't know which ones aren't in the thing. I don't know which ones... Like, we got a song called The Song After This One Is Really Good. Oh, yeah, I think this one wasn't in the thing. You're gonna tell me the song after this one is really good and you're playing that riff? You're playing that riff and you're telling me the song after this one is the good one. I mean, and obviously this is the shitty version of the riff, but fun fact, you know what's a good version of this riff? Rift. That's what I just said. You know, it's a good version of that. Totally Pink Floyd riff is,
this remarkable,
sometimes incoherent transcript.
Illic makes their own disquieting points.
There it is. Where is it? Yeah. So Porcupine Tree just absolutely stole that riff from Pink Floyd for their Voyage 34 album, and yeah. Just wholesale theft, really, and I don't mind it. This is the first I heard this first, so I have a special soft spot for that song, which is a little more than some people. For the song after this one is really good. Yeah, that's the song. This doesn't have lyrics either on Spotify, by the way. Was this on the this one might have been in the thing. I think it was.
Next up's the earworm.
No.
Of the album.
I think this one isn't. Oh god.
The one that sticks in your memory.
Why would anybody ever fucking listen to this? Holy shit. Like, why would you even make an album version of this? This is unlistenable. Like, without the video to go with it, it's unlistenable shit. Like, it's unlistenable already, but at least it's supposed to go along with the fucking video. Without that, what's the point of this?
Big stuff, so go check it out, man.
Yeah, we're halfway through. We're over halfway. It's fine. We'll be good. Oh yeah, now we have this really great part where I don't know what he's even getting at with this one. It gets into phone bad and something about person you hate, and I think he just wildly misinterprets certain things. So, the original thing here is Nazis, right? It's Nazis. This is like Hitler or whatever. This is Nazis. I, again, haven't seen the original, but certainly looks like Nazis. Oh yeah, that's right. This was a response to that, like, change the channel doc thing. Which, as I recall, was actually largely quite a lot of bullshit from what it has since been discovered. But yeah, I guess this was actually kind of a response to that. Yeah, this did come out around that time. Yeah, wow.
Oh yeah, I'm the person you all think you know. That soaks up your angst and confusion. I'm that nameless foe.
Huh.
I got some weird news for you, sunshine. This was dissing Thatcher's administration. But it's vague enough to put anyone you fear. Politician, showman, just put their face here.
What? What? What do you mean? What does he mean? He says what it's about, and then says it's vague enough. So it's vague means it's not so overtly beating you over the head with it, I guess. Which earlier he was complaining that this fucking songs weren't subtle enough and were, like... okay, so, you know, hypocrisy there a little bit, but I don't get what he even means by, like, who is interpreting this as, like, what? Outside of looking at this as a response to the Change the Channel document, this is, I mean, even with that, that doesn't make a lot of sense. This makes no fucking sense just in the context of The Wall, but, okay.
Are there any authority figures in the crowd tonight?
Oh, yes, that's me after everything. Yes.
We'll put them in the wall! That one's looking stressed. He wants to feel impressed.
Well, yeah, he's saying that it's generic and that it could fit anybody, but, like, what exactly... Is he suggesting that, like, you could use this as a Trump song or something? Or, like, anti-Trump, that kind of thing? Like, it's just a generic evil guy song? I mean... You know, in so much as, like, Hitler is a generic evil guy, you know? Like, it's pretty directly about, like, Nazi imagery and like, Thatcher and stuff like that, so I mean, yeah, you can... I guess you can interpret it in a different way, but I don't think that's... What the fuck is... I don't get the point, like...
Put him in the wall! And that one looks sheltered, like she never leaves a room. I'll be that friend you can blame for all your gloom.
What is the... I don't...
That one looks like he...
This is like a cancel culture song, I think, but I don't... It makes no sense.
They want to be outraged. Now with social media, you have the stage. Hashtag!
Oh my god, phone bad, everyone. Hashtag. How do you fucking make this and sleep at night? Jesus. Let's go, Brandon!
Alright, everyone, let's take our 100% correct opinions to the world!
Yeah, this is the part. Yeah, here we are. Here we are back in Blue City.
Oh, son! Oh, so bright!
Ow! Horrible color grading! Oh god, it looks horrible!
Let's go back in.
Everything looks terrible here! Jesus Christ, who fucking edited this?
No.
Why is it blue? 1, 2, 3, Now's the real phone bad song. This is the real phone bad. This is the most phone bad that anything's ever been. The alternate title for this song is Black Mirror.
It's us versus them. I don't even know who us or them are. I just want to be angry so I can be about those who hate me. I need their attention.
So it's a double song, I guess. It's a two-part song with that last one and this one, and it's both about... Yeah, cancel culture, I guess. I mean, like, what the fuck are you doing, Doug? I don't understand the fucking idea behind this. Like, why did you think anybody would be okay with this? Like, let me hijack this review that has no respect for fucking The Wall, but claims it does. Let me hijack this review of the fucking movie. And rather than reviewing the movie... I guess he doesn't call it a review, technically, it's just The Wall Nostalgia Critic. I guess it's not a review, but you kind of fucking assume it is, because that's what he does. But rather than doing anything close to that, or criticizing it at all, I mean, at least the word critic is in it. You'd think there'd be some criticism. I guess there is. It's just, it's not really fair. But rather than doing any of that, we just cut to this fucking bizarre, like parody that you made about your own bullshit. Wow, Doug is incredibly self-centered in a way that, like, it just always shines through in, like, everything. This is ridiculous.
Love me or hate me, just look at me more. Whatever side you
Yeah, there
choose,
is
don't
criticism.
run away.
Well, that's the thing. It's nothing but criticism. Like, that's the actual... It's not a review as much as it is just criticism. I guess the title is accurate. It doesn't call it a review, but it is Nostalgia Critic. And it's not, like, being fair and being like, this element is good, blah, blah, blah. It's just being, like, very derisive and critical of every little small element. Like, and stuff that isn't even relevant and stuff that isn't even applicable, really. It's being just weirdly critical of a bunch of shit that it shouldn't be. And then, but again, besides any of that, like, whatever this was supposed to be about in the original Wall, I don't know what if this even ties in at all to that. Because this feels very directly about, like, cancel culture, and about the change the channel thing. And about, like, oh, they're all just tweeting and they don't know, which, I mean, I guess is fair, but it's also, because again, I mean, a lot of that document does seem like it was kind of full of shit, but, you know, it's fair you might want to make a point about that, but why did you need to hijack this review or whatever it is of this other thing? Like, if you wanted to make an unrelated fucking parody song that was about that, I guess you could, but this is just completely out of place in what everybody's here for your misplaced fucking... I forgot this was even here. I forgot so much about this fucking review, or whatever it is. Like, people are here for your awful criticism of this movie and album, not for your weird, like, response fucking subtweet to the people that made a document about you. I don't know, man.
Waiting for the point. Don't fear that you're wrong.
The lead singer of Slipknot joins the surreal review. It's not like a film like this deserved anything normal. You mean like an actual review? I guess that's fair, sure. Yeah, so he does call it a review then. Fuck this.
Just fight on to the end.
The TLDR with the document is, I don't know. Go watch the videos by Almighty Lowly about the fucking movies. He goes into it. Basically it seems like a lot of the people, like, especially Obscurus Lupa, there were a number of claims that were made. Basically, there were a number of claims about abuse that were kind of taken at face value, and nobody stopped to be like, wait, was it really realistic that they fired her for being, like, 5 minutes late to a thing? Is it maybe possible that she might have just not been truthful about that fully? And so, yeah, once you start looking, you know, once you start thinking a bit, it's like, oh, yeah, oh, the fucking one with the samurai sword, the person who felt so unsafe because of someone because they needed to sleep with a samurai sword next to them. Like, okay. I don't know. There was a lot in that document that was somewhat questionable, I would say. And certainly painted Doug in a way that I think was not... when we watched the Nostalgia Critic movies recently, that is, because this has been the year of revisiting Nostalgia Critic stuff, but when we watched those movies recently, it occurred to me throughout, especially in the first one, Kickassia, that, like, I feel like they took a little bit of the image of Doug from, like, those movies and everything, and they kind of extrapolated that. I mean, Doug's kind of an idiot. I mean, you look at this, like, he made this. He's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot, and he makes terrible stuff a lot of the time, but they kind of took the image of him as a dictator in Kickassia and kind of ran with it as the actual version of Doug, is, like, the best way I could describe it, in a way that I don't think was fully accurate. He's just kind of an incompetent idiot. I don't think he's, like, malicious necessarily. Linkara's kind of a prick, though. I'll tell you that much.
My friend, all you need to do is bite off something. Don't worry, as long as you don't see me as human, you can hate
Yeah, like, what can you say about this in relation to the actual fucking thing? This is all about that document, which, like, phone bad and people criticizing, like, cancel culture. Like, it's not even just that. It's about, like, Trump, I guess. Like, the whole modern day, like, all of that. But what the fuck does any of that have to do with this movie? Like, what does this have to do with this movie? It was about very specific imagery. Why are you putting this in this fucking review? Yeah, this has base. Oh, there she is, everybody. Get fucking ready. We're so close. It's almost here. It's almost here. The way this is all led up to. I mean, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into that element of this, too. Because, frankly, that just compounds on top of the fucking stuff I just said about why is this in here, in this review of the thing. But anyways. Yeah, it has, like, nothing at all to do with the original song. Other than just sounding like a shit version. Let's listen to the original song for a second, just a little bit. This is, I think, called Waiting for the Point. The original song is Waiting for the Worms. Yeah, you know, there's like some bombast to the waiting. There's like something going on there. It feels a bit theatrical, you know. Yeah, and then anyways, back to reality. There goes gravity. I mean, the sad fact is this does look better than a Neil Breen movie.
You know, I got places to go.
Yeah, I guess we're not going to get into any of the wall imagery either, like bring the wall down and all of that. We're not going to talk about that, not at all. Not about how, you know, Berlin, nothing of that, none of that. No, that's not involved in this at all, Doug. You don't think that's... Maybe he gets into it, I guess. I don't know. We haven't really analyzed the whole wall concept of the fucking album or the movie, though. Like, I have to point that out. Like, the general point of the movie and, like, following the character, like, we haven't really done much of that in this. It's been, like, a parody. A little bit, I guess the stuff with Corey Taylor is supposed to be that, but, like, I don't know, I just like thinking about the album itself where, like, there's the songs, you know, where, like, this is the last brick in the wall, and he's, like, shut himself away, finally, and, like, we haven't really gotten a lot of that. So the actual imagery of what the wall means to the character is completely fucking lost in this. There's been no bricks being built up around him, none of that. Like, none of that. There's no, don't worry about the actual imagery of the wall surrounding the character. But now also, I guess we have to just disregard the fucking Berlin Wall, which was also a big part of this, too. I think that maybe they'll get into it, but now it's bring the runtime down. I wonder if they'll get into, at all, the fact that this connects to fucking world events.
How long will this go?
Well, yeah, it looks better than a Neil Breen production in the way that, like, the Disney Star Wars movies look better than the prequels. Like, they're not better, but they sure look snappier technically. You know, like this looks like a Neil Breen movie if it was slightly more competent. I'll give Doug that. But it's, like, more competent in a soulless way, where Neil Breen is, you know, less competent in a much more interesting and, you know, you know, captivating way. He just doesn't look like he really wants to be there. I like the stupid face that this guy is pulling too. We also have this guy back here. Who is this? Is this fucking... Can't really see him. He's like an image of a glass man. You can't really see him. Who is that? Is that Handsome Tom or whatever? Handsome Pete, whatever his name was? Is that him? I think that's him. From the fucking older movies. He's like, I guess he's still around. I think that's him. But yeah, like, this guy over here. You watch this guy over here and his fucking facial expressions during this. The movie isn't that profound. Right. Hang on. So we got fog, we got fog, we got fog, we got fog. And then the fog disappears. Oh, the fog's gone. Oh, look at that. Good review. Good shit. Good shit. Good review, Doug. You nailed it. Hit it out of the park, Doug. Good job. You did it. You did it. You did it, buddy. You did it, pal. You did it. You really did it. Oh, that's Jim Jarmusch. Oh, I thought that was Handsome Tom or whatever. It looks familiar. He must have been in older videos.
So, Corey, your analysis of Pink Floyd The Wall has led you here. Do you now understand the deeper meaning of... Do you understand the deeper meaning of what it has to say, or...
Did you think it was just not going to ring again? What the fuck?
Or is it just a misguided ego
answer? What are you doing, cunt?
Trip in this self-indulgent world that we all live in? Pardon. Who is it?
Hello there, critic.
It's Sullivan Croft.
Oh, God. Strap in, everyone. Strap in, strap on, and lock and load. We're going for a little ride.
Is that all like City Guy?
Yes, actually. Is Lucy Lacemaker there?
So, how many people don't know what they're in for here? How many people aren't aware of what happens here? How many people are just not aware of this? Because, I mean, we've had it led up to a little bit. This user... I forget. I don't know. I wish I didn't know. Oh, me! We got a few me's. A few people. There's a couple people. But for the most part, I think this has become very infamous and everyone knows about this at this point.
Because I was...
So who is, what's this? What's going on? Who are these people?
It's Sullivan Croft.
Hey guy who didn't say those words and then was fucking dubbed over and what is this? What is
that
this?
we all live in? Pardon. Who is it?
Hello there, critic.
It's Sullivan Croft.
What was that?
Satellite City Guy?
Yes.
The Satellite City Guy, as if anybody knows what that is.
Actually, is Lucy Lacemaker there? Is she there?
Yeah, what's this fuck pig that he has created here?
Yes, actually.
What is this little fuck pig? Yeah, Fena made a book recently, by the way. This user, this individual with the hair. He made a book recently that's over 1,000 pages, and it's apparently quite bad. I also remember when he, like, threatened to sue me or something. Or, well, he didn't. He said... I did a stream about him years ago after we watched this, and he was like, well, for the time being, I've decided not to take any action. And something like that. Like, some long fucking DM, and I was like, I don't think I said anything. I was just like, alright, well, have a good one, I guess. But... here he is.
Is Lucy Lacemaker there? Is she there? Because I was, it's just a thing.
Hashtag save Bob.
What do you mean is she there? She's a made-up character.
I mean... You're not exactly giving creation all of its credit. It's not like you just shit out...
Yeah, chat member. I like the chat. So we do have some people who are new here. There's a very good chat member here who says, let me see here. Like, why is the squirrel thing, like, so poorly put in the background? Well, that's just the talent of this individual, this user, who makes, cool, art, videos like this, you know?
Shit out the Horcrux that Voldemort never meant to make.
What?
And that's it, you know, there's a little more to it than that. When you make a character
That looks real and feels real, well... the line tends to blur, you know?
if you see it, just don't say anything stupid.
Why is this in this movie review? Why is this in this fucking review? Why is this here? Why is this here? And it only gets worse. It only gets worse. It only gets so much worse.
Good luck, mate.
Again, my favorite song on this album is the one that gets ruined the most, and we haven't gotten to it yet.
Well, that's that weird creature I've seen looming around.
Yes. And when I heard you were reviewing the much-to-be-desired wall, I figured I'd throw my own tuppence. Style over substance, showcasing a bunch of weird creatures and worlds, not a drop of intellectual development. Oh,
yeah, shut up. Just shut up.
paint, no ink.
But just shut up. So yeah, essentially, more or less, the guy that he's on the phone with is a dude who makes these weird fucking... this strange fucking series where these creepy fucking demon creatures that he has, like, lore for, and they all have dicks and tits and stuff. They all, like, hang out and do stuff, and they hang out with him. It's like Sonichu, basically, but it's 3D animated, and it has these hell of a boss monsters. And this thing has some kind of sexual fetish for decapitating people or something, so, yeah. Why, again, I ask one last time for now, why is this in the review of The Wall? I don't know.
You are a weird creature. I thought you'd be all over this.
Music is one thing, film is quite another. The beauty of music is letting your mind steal itself. The beauty of cinema is taking those raw...
I mean, doesn't that thing look like a hell of a boss demon? I mean, it's not the same art style, but it's the same fucking over-designed nonsense for fucking teenagers.
adding in ideas and developing them. It's easy to think.
Now this is some cool art.
Nonsensical idea. Fucking children do it. It's hard to turn those
Why does it have fucking breedable hips and all of this? Look at this fucking
ideas
thing.
into thinking, feeling characters and worlds. And isn't that the point of a cinematic adaptation? To make a point? Well,
She's wearing a pimp hat.
it's clear that the music here does that fine on its own. If you're going to adapt an album into a movie, a completely different medium, I dare say, one should adapt it.
Oh, so being a fully developed character, you wanted more fully developed characters.
Whether I'm developed
So
or...
is this what we're finally getting, like, actual criticism or something, from this fucking thing? Not from the Nostalgia Critic, but from this thing? We're getting, like, an actual review a little bit, where it talks about the things that are missing from the movie, but it's
Or
also...
not, it's down to the viewer on
It's also just a bunch of fucking bullshit, so shut up.
This film you have here, oh, it fails to truly connect us to those
Yeah, the VA is fine, but it's also, it's like still kind of hard to tell what she's saying at times.
amazing creatures and visuals. A world does indeed exist, and it lies between the monsters and the emotion, dreams and reality, anarchy and order.
Or
Make
maybe I'm just like having trouble paying attention because I don't give a shit.
Feel for the world, make us connect to it, so we too can suffer with pink.
The visuals are usually praised as the best part. You think you can make a case that the weird characters needed more
No!
development?
Each one
No!
represents something deep,
No!
meaningful,
No!
designs and presence. Wouldn't you want more of them?
No, no!
Let me show you what happens when your dreams no longer need you.
I just want to fucking die. Oh God, kill me!
Right then, Lucy Lacemaker, the court will take a vote on if the film that plays before us.
This is borderline experimental. This is like the movie Mirror Mask, the Neil Gaiman production. Just these horrific CGI demons cast against Doug Walker. I mean, this whole sequence, before we get any further into it, this entire sequence feels very similar to, hang on. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, and you just do one of these, and yeah. Just exactly like this. Exactly like this. Exactly like this. I'm gonna save that. That's fine. And, yeah, it looks a lot like Just an RPG, and the Reshiram. Like, I don't know, it's lit better, I guess, but it reminds me of the immediate feeling is Just an RPG in the Reshiram.
Lucy Lacemaker, the court will take a vote on if the film that plays before us can in any way show some feeling.
Yeah, I mean, like, God, this fucking creature. I mean, like, I don't know. Again, it's lit better. It's shot, it's like lit slightly better, and it's a little more believable. Like, the background works a little better. But it's still this fucking pasty internet nerd man up against this fuck beast. Basically. And speaking of this fuck beast,
Lucy Lacemaker.
and speaking of the weird fucking childbearing hips that the other thing had, so this one's also a fuck monster.
Lacemaker, the court will take a vote on.
I mean, like, I've seen enough furry weirdo fuck monsters where it's that classic, this thing is disgusting, but I know a bunch of people want to fuck this thing, so it's like I can immediately, I don't need to see the porn to know there's so much of it. It's just like there's a look about the face where I'm like, wow, it's got that real hideous abomination furry sex chic. It really looks like it.
Before us can in any way show some feelings.
Yeah, she's gonna anal vor Doug. Yeah.
Worthy feelings of an almost canny nature.
Okay, guys, come on now. Look at this. Like, he's in the same stance, basically.
Nature. From joys to gloom.
I always said I liked her.
Anyway, here's Oddworld Stranger's Wrath.
Well made, Kitty, I will not suffer shitty. Those that bring forth naught but pity for their lack of wit and mind. But here we rather find the result of hard.
What is even happening? He does.
But here we rather find.
We go this way, and we just immediately snap back from like the other direction back to him. What the fuck was that? And like this whole thing looks strange, and I'm, god damn it, I'm sitting here realizing that there's like lyrics we're supposed to be listening to. But it's so fucking hard to pay attention to whatever's being said because there's like accents and horrible mixing, but also I'm paying attention to the awful visuals more than the fucking music. And so, you know, I noticed things like,
How well made, Kitty, I will not.
You know, I mean, that's just a really good render of him there, where he looks so natural next to Doug and everything. You know, it's a really good render.
Suffer shitty.
Suffer shitty.
Those that bring forth naught but pity for their
Fools that bring forth naught but pity. Okay, get your fucking point out. Can we have subtitles on this thing? What even are you saying about the fucking movie at this point?
lack of wit and mind.
Is that just it's stupid?
But here
It's
we
lack of wit?
find the result of heart-hand artist. I say the music here is joyous, but with that we have to say,
Here we have another one. Why do they all have these weird teeth tendrils? Why are they all like this?
Left in the attic, we're not crazy. Constantly dreaming. Or just wish they'd give us some more time to live.
Okay. Chat members. You know, you might have been able to make an argument about the other ones. But look at this fucking creature. Look at this thing. What am I supposed to be feeling right now? What is, like... Again, this is supposed to be a fucking review of a movie. I can't believe this. Like, even though I've seen this before.
Shits, they've done it now. We all deserve personality. They could have you.
Doug is like being fucking spiked by this reindeer horror. Look at the fucking antlers. He looks like a mistake.
Used us far more often than they did, but now they had to go their own way. We are bored of Alice. We want the header. Just 5 minutes more, Your Honor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's just a certain... I've heard the term E621 chic before, you know? There's a certain chic about everything here, where it's like, there's nothing, except that last one, there's nothing inherently sexual, but I still, the moment I look at this, there's certain curves and everything where I'm like, yeah, this was designed by someone who wants to fuck this thing, specifically. And all of these were.
Them and us alone.
This film's not bound by characters, it's a visual.
Oh, it looks really bad. It's really not looking good. It's just, it looks bad. I mean, it looks bad. It looks like early 2000s. I've joked that something looks like a fucking Radeon graphics card box before. Like that kind of art, but like... This looks really dated and not great.
Characters, it's a visual.
And then this part happens and, you know, and, yeah.
Affair. It never aimed to tell a story, rather a sprawling canvas of emotion, visuals.
Why does everything have like 50 eyes and weird teeth and these are all like creatures with lore too. They're all like real. They all have names and like stories. This fucking Fena guy has like a whole fucking thing with them.
And Your Honor, we can take that home.
Yeah, they all writhe.
There's more to the picture, just me.
Like this is hell of a boss, right? This is Hazbin Hotel. This is that. Don't tell me it isn't, because it is. That's. Shut up, though. It is. I know it's a different style, but it is, though.
There's a difference between nonsense after all.
Oh, another one. There's another Moo Moo Mama.
Before the court.
Oh my god, everyone. Oh my god.
evidence.
Lucy Lacemaker has just decapitated Smash.
Before
She's in, boys. She's in. I wonder what her down B is gonna be.
the court is incontrovertible. There's no need for the jury to retire.
Jury to retire.
In all my years of judging, I have never seen before a film so deserving of both love and wanting more. The way it makes you tougher, makes you think and feel but suffer. Fills me with an urge to decapitate.
Go on, Judge. Fucking wank to it. I know you're a furry.
I believe this film is apt with much to be.
And like, okay, I gotta give them some credit for this. Here's the part where I give credit in this abyss of garbage. In this abyss, in this horrible yawning chasm of dismay that we have found ourselves in. I will say that this is probably visually, despite all of the horrible creatures, the most interesting part of this. There's like choreography here, and there's like, I don't know, some kind of fucking style. I don't like it. I don't like saying it, but I do think this is the... Like, you compare the camera movements, at least, to, like just that alone, to like, the Waiting for the Worms fucking Phone Bad song. And now you look at that, and compare that to this. This is a lot better than that, even though it's disgusting and weird, you know?
Revered. But the marvelous creature should be adored as opposed to being feared. Tear down the wall.
Well, I want to say the animation's kind of good. I think it's more that there's like... I think what it is, it's the music fooling us a little, because this fucking song is the most theatrical thing on this album. And so they have this whole theatrical thing going on. I think that might be kind of, you know, pulling the wool over our eyes a little bit. Where it's like, yeah, there's something here. But the animation, it really isn't that good, because all of the characters, like somebody else was pointing out, they all like, see, that's what I was pointing out, like a dramatic zoom in. There wasn't a lot of stuff like that in the rest of the video, but the actual animation of the characters, though,
Film is apt.
it's like really over animated.
Much to be revered. But the marvelous creature should be.
It doesn't look. I don't know. I just hate it. I don't know what I can even say to criticize it. I just hate it. I just really hate it. I can't give it credit for having good animation, even though it's probably impressive that this guy did all of this probably on his own. But, like, man, I just hate it, though.
As opposed to being feared. Tear down the wall.
They won't stop moving. We've completely abandoned the phone bad imagery, by the way. This same shot was the thing with the phones walking earlier. But we've completely erased that. Forget that. Don't worry about that. That's unrelated to this now. Or this isn't related to that. Or that wasn't related to anything. Like, I feel like that wasn't related to anything. That was just a non sequitur cancel culture song that they shoved in there because... It was based on a song from The Wall. Maybe that's why they decided to make this whole thing, which is really weird and misguided. But all of that is to say that, you know, the phones aren't relevant anymore. We're back to just the traditional The Wall imagery of the the hammers walking. Which, I mean, I think this is kind of like a, you know, building the wall and also like communism. You know, I don't know. So it makes more sense than the fucking phones. I mean, are the ladder parts... wow, ladder parts. What am I saying ladders for? That's great. Are the hammer parts here actually, like, just the shots from the movie, then? I can't imagine... I mean, maybe Fena remade them? Oh, wait, yeah, the phones are back! Look at this shit! What is the point of this? Never mind, we didn't abandon it. We just should have. I love this fucking super cut of all of the horrors that we've experienced together.
Bye.
Bye.
But that's it? We're stopping there?
Well, yeah, the movie did.
Oh, yeah, we do have one final song, don't we? We do have one super cool final song that's definitely relevant to everything involved here.
I didn't even get a line. Hell, I didn't even sing a song. What'd you even think of the movie?
To be fair, I think this is the best song on this thing. I think this is probably the best song coming up. But it's just not. It shouldn't
such
be.
An open vagueness that only makes sense that the review end on such an open vagueness.
It's a review! That's literally the opposite of what that is!
Okay!
I just want a 10-minute rant of him, Corey Taylor, going, "It's a review! What the fuck? This isn't even a review of this movie! This is just some fucking garbage! You don't even like this album! What the fuck? You don't even get any part of it!" I just want that for 10 minutes.
I liked it fine.
Yeah, me too.
A little full of itself, but good music and imagination.
Fair enough.
There you go, everybody. It's a review. There you go. There you go. We can say that it's a surreal review. There you go. It's a review, everybody. Eat a dick.
So now what?
Well, since you got me, I figure I could sing you one of my biggest hits. You mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants! Orange and yellow and porous is he!
Did I say this was the best song on the thing? I guess I thought it was because he's actually... The musician is actually the one playing the instrument here and singing and everything. But no, there's not even any... Not even any other fucking backing instrument. Maybe that comes in later. This is actually really obnoxious, though. Yeah, all of them staring at the camera. God, you can't see because the bear is in the way. The bear is totally covering Malcolm's fucking shit-eating grin. And also Walter is back there, and Brad is trying to peek out from behind cover. Man.
Since be something you wish. SpongeBob SquarePants! Drop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
Yeah, there's something kind of... I mean, I don't know. It's all fine. It's fun and games. It's just like them having a good time, him and his kid, and you know them, and yeah, they're all just having a good time. It's nothing so horrible, but there is like a small element where it feels just like the final disrespect to this album and this movie. Like, let's just end this whole thing on just a shitpost SpongeBob song. Like this. Wow. Yeah, you really hate The Wall, don't you? This is wild. This is wild. Just end this with just an unrelated shitpost. You might as well have done Never Gonna Give You Up.
Good?
I mean, it's not gonna top that.
Check out the album!
Oh my god. And that's it, everyone. That's it. And then there's Charity and yada yada yada. That was really awful. That was really bad and awful and bad and awful. It doesn't have a good rating. The YouTube audience didn't like it. There's been a lot of videos talking about it. Brad Taste listened through it. Ralph watched it. Fucking Dan Olson. You know, that one guy who screws people over copyright on TikTok. The Wall review, a Nostalgia Critic response, Matt Amar. Yeah, a lot of people didn't really care. Didn't really care for this movie. This review of this movie, whatever you can call it. Not good. Not good. Yeah, there he is. There he is. I forgot we had our friend here this whole time. So that was the wall review, and it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. I've also watched it. Yeah, I think my old video is still available somewhere here. Yeah, streamed 4 years ago, the Nostalgia Critics magnum opus of trash, and it was just that for the stream, I think. But yeah, we did this, and I remember that it had like, well, we were in like low quality, and it had like yeah, lower quality generally, but it had a bunch of fucking lag problems throughout that stream I was having. I think it was still on my old shitty laptop at that point. Yeah, that's the wall review. Not very good, not very good. Definitely one of the worst things he's done. I was told to look at the We're Back review. The Nostalgia Critic We're Back review is apparently particularly bad. He pretends to be Hunter S. Thompson the entire time, and I can see it, he's in costume. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're so back. I don't know that we'll watch all of this, but Nostalgia Critic production over here. I don't know that we'll watch all of this. We'll probably jump around to some other videos as well. I want to see some of the ones where he recreates movies. I think this is him actually reviewing a movie, but I think this is a particularly not great a version of him doing that. I want to see him actually review a movie like the way he normally does, which is this video. And then I want to look at maybe his fucking Suicide Squad video that he had a poster for in that other one. Because I know that that's another, like, skit recreation one. I think we've watched Deadpool and Fury Road before on stream.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens.
Okay, we got music. We're back. Anyone who doesn't know who Hunter S. Thompson is will probably hate this review. I'm sure the people who know will also hate it.
I saw on the television, then the world of LSD clearly has more sense and logic than that of reality. Hello, I'm Eyebrow Peak, father of Fozzie journalism. I've covered everything from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas to Where the Buffalo Roam. But today I'm here to tell you about a very particular trip.
So I don't know anything really about Hunter S. Thompson. I know what this is referencing somewhat, but I do know that this is just very annoying. This is just very annoying. This feels like the kind of thing that he would have been he would have outgrown by this point, you know? Like, this is the kind of thing that you would do if you were... This feels like the kind of thing that somebody imitating Nostalgia Critic would do. Like, this reminds me of Nostalgia Critic Jr. But it doesn't feel like something that, like, a real, like, fucking 40-year-old man would be doing with his time. Like, dressing up and pretending... I don't know. Okay, so,
It is a trip that I wish never to take again. A trip of sobriety, I will not lie. But it came from a very particular place. A children's film. A children's film I hope never to revisit. A children's film that brought out
this is Melvin.
Images that I hope never to experience again. There's only one children's film that could possibly bring out this kind of horrible trip in any manner. It's simply known as We're Back, a dinosaur story.
Roll back the rock to the dawn of time when Earth was smoking and the lava flowed.
Clearly.
He was 28 when he did this? Are you fucking kidding me? He was 28 when he did this? He was my age. You're fucking joking. He was my age. Why does he look like he's in his 40s?
Hello, Eyebrow Peak.
Oh my god, okay, cool.
The bird seems rather unfazed that there is a dinosaur playing golf, but I am not. This needs to be explained.
I'm smart, Buster. I'm one smart dinosaur.
So, I mean, alright, I don't know that we'll actually watch too much of this, but at least this is what you expect from him, like, actually, what his videos should be. We'll jump to the funny number. What his videos fucking should be, which is him... Wow, I'm having trouble landing on the funny number. There you go. Which is him just watching a movie and providing commentary and criticism of it in between clips of it, which is what his old videos were and why people found his channel and liked him in the first place. And then he stopped doing that for various reasons, some of which were legitimate, like copyright concerns, and he had issues with getting stuff out there with copyright and everything. Other stuff was like, oh, I just want to move on and do my own thing now. And it's like, once you started seeing other reviewers, like Red Letter Media obviously was unfazed throughout the whole thing, and they just like always would have clips of a movie, or at least just use movie clips like from the trailer or something. And they would talk about it. His whole thing relies on like, well, his whole thing is also nostalgia, so it became very strange when he forced himself to start doing modern movies like Deadpool and shit. Like, this is also what he is supposed to do with it. Like, this is what his channel is watching old movies.
We won't hold that against
Whatever you gotta say about this video, you know, this is what Doug is at his element at, you know?
Grant all the wishes of children in the world. I would use it to stop 9/11. Unethical jackass. I mean, the Kennedy assassination, the bombing of Pearl Harbor, really?
Careful, you don't want to make a joke like that, or YouTube might ban you for supporting terrorism. That's basically that's like almost the joke that YMS made that got him in trouble. I mean, he showed footage of it, but he was playing fucking Life is Strange, and he was like, oh, you can warn people of events and stuff, huh? Oh, how about that? Nostalgia Critic, we're back. So yeah, there's a little bit of that one. I don't think that one's so bad. I want to get to some of the newer stuff. Somebody asked if we can watch one of his older videos as like a palate cleanser. And I don't know if that's... I don't know. I mean, I guess we could. If we look at oldest. Yeah. What is like... Do we have some of his like really old stuff here? No, this is from like 9 years ago, so this is probably re-uploads even at that point. Doug reviews, a lot of bum reviews. That Guy riffs. Mary Zodmus. Oh my god. Bolt, overlooked movies. Not a lot of actual Nostalgia Critic when I sort by oldest. Cloverfield trailer reaction, Nostalgia Critic, real thoughts on Daredevil. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here we go, yeah. Captain Planet, Nostalgia Critic. Season 1, Episode 16. So here we go. A tiny bit of... Is this not... Oh, yeah, this is from 2008. This is vintage Doug. This is from like 15 years ago. This is when people started to actually like Doug. This is the stuff that you could maybe say you could go back and watch now. I don't think you really can, personally. Nothing against Doug or anything. Again, I think Doug's a fine guy. I don't think he's like a monster. I just think he's a bit of an idiot. He's like George Bush. He's someone who was given a little bit too much power for his capability and had a lot of shit pinned on him that wasn't really his fault. But, you know, he seems like a decent guy that you'd want to maybe get a beer with and talk to, you know? He doesn't seem like a bad guy. So I don't have a problem with Doug, but I will say, like, I can watch old AVGN. I still think that holds up in a way. I feel like the old Nostalgia Critic is a little bit harder to go back to, but that's what we're watching here, so maybe I'll like it.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Well, before Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth, there was Ted Turner's inconvenient cartoon series known as Captain Planet and the Planeteers. God, shoot me. This environmental piss shit was...
This is the fucking one. So anybody who saw the fucking movies that I watched recently, this is the fucking show that the Mati character comes from. I forgot. I didn't even think about that when I clicked on it. This is actually an important episode. This is the character that Mati... Critic, no! The guy who, like, dies and they try to resurrect him. We believe in Santa Christ. All that kind of stuff. Mati, he comes from this. And, yeah, it all comes from this one fucking video. It's the most important video ever.
Designed to make kids more aware of the environment and tell them all the things that they can do to save the environment, but most likely won't. This show was awful, and I mean awful. Nobody liked it, nobody listened to what it had to say, so why do we keep watching it? I mean, this show was on for 4 seasons. That's a pretty long time by kids' show standards, so why do we keep watching this shit if it was so bad? Honestly, because there was nothing else that was on in this time slot. I think the only other thing that was on was Beakman's World, and God knows how much I don't want to be willingly educated by a Brooklyn scientist and a giant rat.
He's an exterminator.
I mean, like, he's fine. This is this is the thing, right? You watch this in 2008. You're either like me. I think I watched him in like 2010, 2009 maybe, but, you know, this came out in 2008. You watch him in that era. You're either like me and you were too young for this show. Like, I remembered Captain Planet. It was on, but I never watched it, and it wasn't from my era, but they still played it when I was a kid. And I'd seen stuff about it. Fucking B made Captain Planet memes and stuff. But, like, you're either my age, and this is like an education about what it was like to be, you know, in that era, and it was nostalgic. It was like secondhand nostalgia for somebody that wasn't in that era, and that was cool. Or, I imagine, you were, like, actually, like, what I get from a channel like Billiam now talking about Lost. You know, it's like, yeah, that's the era. You brought me back to my childhood, to back when I was, you know. So people who actually grew up with this might have enjoyed it too. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of merit to the early Nostalgia Critic stuff before everything got weird.
Nightmare.
So we kept watching Captain Planet, much to our everlasting shame. Now, for those of you who don't know the infamous story of Captain Planet, consider yourselves very fortunate. But hell, I'm gonna let Geordi from Star Trek tell you anyway.
Our world is in peril. Gaia, the spirit of the Earth, can no longer stand.
Gaia.
Destroying the Earth.
It's those poor, silly humans in
Africa, Guy from Asia, Linka from the Soviet Union, Mati from South America, and Wheeler from North America. Wheeler? Some parent was
He was from South America? Damn. I mean, I knew the actor was Indian, so I kind of just always assumed the character was supposed to be Indian, but no.
Really cruel enough to name their kid Wheeler? The only Wheelers I know about are the Wheelers from Return to Oz, and the further I stay away from them, the better.
You know, this has been a very weird day. One minute I'm a kid from Brooklyn, the next minute I'm some sort of cut-rate superhero.
Oh, I think I'm gonna hate Wheeler. I mean, the other
character... I mean, this is fine. This is, again, a little taste of old Nostalgia Critic. It wasn't bad. He wasn't screaming constantly. He wasn't an obnoxious git entirely. He was somewhat fine. It was watchable. I actually do think a video like that I could probably go back and watch, but, yeah, a lot of the other stuff, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. Even, like, a couple years after that, I remember, oh god, hang on. I think it was this movie. Hang on. Maybe it's on here. Yeah, I think it might have been this. It might have been this. Was it this one? Was it this one? I think it might have been. I think it might have been. It might not have been. I don't know. Was it? Okay, hang on. It was a part when he was like... I'm trying to find the fucking infamous review. I thought it was the movie North. I'm trying to find the fucking infamous review, but it isn't. It was from after this. It was a movie where, like, 30 seconds into the review, he just screams in this, like, you know, Doug Walker, for like 30 seconds. And it was at that exact, and I've told the story before, where it was at that exact moment that I basically was like, yeah, I'm good, and I just never watched another Nostalgia Critic video outside of, like, this context. I don't think it was this one, because this would have been before I got into him. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I think Bruce Willis was in it, yeah. I don't, same experience. It wasn't Son of the Mask. It was like a 90s movie. It's not Flubber. No. Doug says the N-word in the Ernest Christmas video? Yo! Oh, yeah, where? But what's the time code? This is a 20-minute video. I'm not watching the whole thing. Is it Jack Frost? It might have been. It was either. It's Junior. I think it was Junior. You're right, because I think I also thought it was Junior. Yes. So not Juniro. No. Is it Junior? Hang on.
On the nostalgia.
Okay.
I've decided that I want to show you how a Schwarzenegger movie is made. Hey, studio executives, I have an idea for a movie.
A movie or a poster?
Well, a poster, of course.
Go on.
I see Arnold Schwarzenegger with
children.
We've seen that.
A baby.
That's old.
He's pregnant.
Go on.
And on the poster, he's got like this huge belly and everything. And he's just like, what? I'm pregnant. That doesn't happen.
That is true. That doesn't happen.
And on the poster, we'll have that short guy from Twins, and everyone will be like, hey, look, it's that guy from Twins. And Arnold wasn't Twins. This must be Twins.
But it's not Twins.
It's not Twins.
It's not Twins. I remember this skit. I remember but it's not Twins. Yeah, this is okay.
Unless
This
Arnold
part's
gets
okay.
burnt to Twins.
I didn't even think of that.
You got some British chick in it?
Well, yeah, we gotta class it up somehow. A British woman usually works.
Just put in Helena Bonham Carter like we always do.
She's not around yet.
Well, who is?
Emma Thompson?
Green lighted.
Junior!
Is it this one, though? Does he just scream for 30 seconds in this one? I don't know if it's this one. I think it might not be this one. I think it might not... Oh! Yeah.
Mama.
This wasn't even it. You know, that's the scary part, is that wasn't even it. This isn't even the movie, but that certainly counts. I can see somebody having the same experience with that. That's not even the one I was thinking of. Not even what I was thinking of, but I can that counts. That counts. That's still valid to have shared that. That is still valid. Loud equals funny, everybody. The hot new podcast with me, Bane, and Tristan. Loud equals funny. Yeah, it's when he sees Arnie's face and the baby. The N word is for nostalgia. Yeah. Somebody you laughed, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. You laughed, you fucking idiot. $5 from HG Mick Cartoons, by the way. What am I supposed to feel? Where do I put Bonner? I'm 30 minutes behind on stream. Just got back to furry demon creatures. They're as bad as I remember, thanks. Well, have fun, have fun. Don't put the boner anywhere, I guess. It's the ghost wife part in Flubber. I don't think it was Flubber, and it wasn't Son of the Mask. It wasn't Son of the Mask. You know what? You know what? Can I go by season here? Can I go by season? Let me go. Yeah, season 3. Was it season 3? It's Junior, Commando. It's not Flubber. Maybe Free Willy, possibly. No, this was after The Room, because I remember when The Room came out, I was still watching him, and I watched him do the Room. So I still watched him for a while after that. It was after The Room. Maybe it was... what was this? Season 3 still, technically? Was it like 2010 still?
Hello?
So where the fuck... Okay, go back to fucking playlists. I'm finding this. I'm finding this movie. I'm finding this fucking movie. Wait, where... Oh, podcasts. Playlists. Where the fuck? Created playlists. Nostalgia Critics season 16. Holy shit. Holy shit. Don Bluth films. 15, 14. Oh good god. Oh good god. Oh good god. Good god. Can I please see all the fucking playlists? Fucking hell. Okay. Season I'm finding this fucking one. I'm finding it might be season 4. Fern Gully 2, no. I was still watching fucking... I saw him do Langoliers. It might have been Gordy. I feel like it was a one-name movie. It was Alaska! It was this one! This was the movie!
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remembered, so you don't have to. Sarah Palin is stupid. There, I got my Sarah Palin joke out of the way. Let's talk about Alaska.
Because Sarah... Oh, I completely forgot why that was even relevant, but okay. That probably made sense at the time to make that joke, sure.
Now, I've been to Alaska before. It has great views, great culture, and great people. But if you were to judge it by watching this movie, you'd say it had great views, phoned-in culture, and horrible people. This film would be a great promotional tool for the state if they just eradicated...
What was this? This was... 8/22/2011. Yeah, that would have been right around when I stopped watching. I feel like this has got to be it.
Everything breathing from it. The story's beyond unrealistic. The characters are cartoons of cartoons.
This is it. This is so it.
Round mess. So let's see what the polar ice caps have farted at us this time.
So
this is Alaska.
When is it then? It's not too far into the fucking video that he just starts fucking screaming. I'm not watching this whole thing. But like, How far into it is it? Oh god. I know it's this one. I know it's this one. Is it not this one? It might not be this one. It might not be this one! Oh.
What?
It looked like he was screaming. It looked like he was screaming. God damn it, it's not this one! I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's this one. There he is. It's the Joker. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. That face right there. Okay, it's not this one. It's not this one. I really thought it was that one. I really thought it was that one. Was it after? Because the next video is his Let's Play of Bart's Nightmare. No, there's no way I still watched him after that. Come on. Oh, hell no. That's not this one. Well, I'm fucking finding it. I'm going to find... I don't even give a shit. I don't even give a shit. Season 5. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Santa Claus the movie? No. Patch Adams? No. I'm just never gonna find it, actually. I'm just never gonna find it. Was it Jack? God damn it! People, it's not Son of the Mask! Maybe it was Son of the Mask. Fine. Maybe it was Son of the Mask. Fine. 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 When did this come out? 2013? Did I still watch him in 2013? I don't think so. I don't think I watched him by then. I don't think it could have been this one. But... But the reason I'm entertaining it at all is because when I looked it up, the second result was Nostalgia Critic Son of the Mask Scream. So... maybe this is another one that has also got a horrible scream in it. It's another long one.
Minions of hell, I give to you your one and only.
The baby. Why? 2-second image of a cartoon that actually looks more realistic than the effects you're throwing
So where is the fucking baby? Where is it? Somebody said baby head. He like, oh, is it here?
Can you imagine showing those two back to back? Don't show those two back to back!
What is okay? I don't know, because I remember it was really short into the it wasn't long into the fucking video. And it was before Malcolm. It's definitely not this one. It's not this one. It's fucking not this one. Name another video, chat members, if you think it was a different one, because it's not this one. I didn't watch him by 2013. It wasn't fucking happening. It wasn't fucking happening. It was not Son of the Mask. It's not Flubber, dipshit! I've watched Flubber on stream before, you fucker! We'll look at Flubber. You fucker! We'll look at Flubber. Because I do remember this one from the time... this was April 4th, 2010. Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe it would have been around here. Maybe.
I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to. Why does Robin Williams suck in movies? I mean,
oh man, this was a good video in retrospect. This has aged well.
Occasionally he'll get a good one, but for the most part,
what a horrible opinion. Isn't Robin Williams like a pretty? Like, people really like his performances in a lot of movies.
Pretty bad. We know he's funny and we know he can act, so how come he keeps turning out shit after shit after shit? Maybe it's because he keeps picking movies that downplay his talent as opposed to glorifying them. Maybe some of these movies just figure, hey, if Robin Williams is in it, somehow it's gonna be funny. No, you need effort, actual effort, because if you don't, you get flubber.
I swear, what it was like he starts the video, he says something, and then the joke is like, it cuts to a thing that's like not the thing he said, and he goes like, ah! 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 And it's like 30 seconds into the fucking video, and he goes for like 30 seconds screaming. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm mixing shit up, but I don't think it was fucking Flubber! Fuck you, chat member!
A remake of the only semi-decent but still imaginative Absent-Minded Professor, Flubber asked the question, how can we take a creative premise with a weak story and make it even weaker? I don't know, but heaven above they succeeded. So, let's see what the flub went wrong with this crappy-ass remake. First of all, you'll be shocked to see that one of the writers is the recently deceased John Hughes. I don't know what's sadder, the fact that such a great writer is gone, or the fact that he didn't know how to use the name Alan Smithy. We see our main hero named Philip Brainerd, who mistakenly, instead of turning off his...
So, I mean, mostly this is just another one of his videos. You know, it's fine. It's a fine video, I guess.
Alarm clock launches a trash
It's a typical Nostalgia Critic November.
And into the air. This will be the highlight of the film's comedy. We see him use a breakfast machine that's never been used in a movie before, except these, when he sits down and talks to his latest invention named Weebo, a flying robot with artificial intelligence whose main job is to whore out public domain movies and Disney cartoons.
You better hurry up. The loan's due at the end of the school year. Tell me about it.
Why does that voice sound familiar? Oh, it's Ariel! Cool! That's why I was thinking of jailbait as well as fishbait.
Alright, well that's Nostalgia Critic, that's that video. It wasn't fucking that video, man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna fucking find it, man. Man, what a shame. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah, that's a whole, listen, I mean... it's such an old thing. It's hardly even relevant anymore. Because it's like, yeah, this is how he maybe felt back then, and times were different. But regardless, here's his Sailor Moon video. No, I think this is actually like a response to the... Yeah, this is actually the wrong video. This is a response to Top 11 Hottest Anime Women.
Hello?
I think this is the original. This is the one.
I'm a Nostalgia Critic.
Which again, it's from 2008. You can't really judge him too much for like different time and all of that, but like it is kind of funny now.
I remembered, so you don't have to. I gotta be honest. It wasn't easy growing up as a boy in the 80s and 90s.
Hottest females!
But that's because we had help.
Is it Avengers? Maybe.
Women of our childhood.
I'll check.
And we didn't even know that they were helping us. One minute, girls are just cootie-filled loudmouth annoyances. The next, they're undeniable sex goddesses that make you just want to fall to your knees, look up to the heavens, and thank God that you're a... Well, you get the idea.
Do I? No, you continue. Keep. I don't think that the picture's not been illustrated clearly enough. Continue, Doug, please.
Girls went from annoying to attractive in a matter of moments, and we had several steaming animated hotties to make that transition easier for us. They were cool, they were smart, and they were hot as hell. And that's why I am here to honor the top 11 of them here today. Why top 11? Because I like to go one step beyond. So, sit back and enjoy the top 11 animated nostalgia hotties.
It's the Avengers review? Alright, well... Alright, you know what? Because I don't care to watch the whole review. I want to watch more of this video. So we'll watch more of this. But let me see. Nostalgia Critic... Avengers. I don't want to see that whole review. I don't care, but... It might have been this one. It might have been this one. Yeah, September 20th, 2011. It might have been... Because I feel like 2011 is like the sweet spot for when I stopped. I don't remember exactly. I feel like that's around when I would have stopped watching.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to.
We're going back to the animated ladies.
And it turns out the very next movie I'm gonna review is The Avengers! I know, can you believe it, right? One of the most hyped up comic book movies of all time. I didn't even know it was finished yet. But apparently, we're gonna take a look at it and see how it holds up. Are you ready? I know I sure am. Let's take a sneak peek at what we're in store for.
Yeah, I think this might have been it. Yeah, I think this might have been it. I really thought it was Alaska. Damn.
Go ahead. Cocksucking mother whorebag. Alright, a little back.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was the one. Yeah, I think that was it. That's the one. I watched that. And I was a fan of Dork. I was... This is a fan of Dork. Yeah, I saw Milksteak say the one Dork's thinking of is yeah, it was very different from the other. That was a completely different scream. I was a fan of fucking Nostalgia Critic at the time. I was like a fan. I watched his stuff. I liked his stuff. And then the moment I saw this, it just the switch flipped, and I know it was no longer. Maybe I was already on the fence at that point. Maybe, I don't remember. But it strikes me as that was the fucking, that was it. Yeah, the Avengers. Alright, I don't care to watch the rest of the review. We're gonna continue with this video now.
Number 11. Linka from Captain Planet. Yeah, as much as I hate this show, you have to admit that little Russian Stroganoff was pretty damn attractive. She was cute, strong, and had one hell of an attractive accent.
Saving our planet is, yes, a good thing.
Oh.
Go away!
So what if
Go away!
She thought that all Americans were...
So, alright, again, like, this is... It's fair to talk about, like, cartoon crushes while you were a kid, and, like, this is a kid. I don't... But he is doing, like, the kind of thing, and I think that she does seem to be a little girl.
She was cute, strong, and had one hell of an attractive accent.
Saving our planet is, yes, a good thing.
Oh.
Yeah, see, like, if you're doing the thing about, like, yeah, this is, she was so hot when I was 10, like, then that's fine, but it kind of doesn't, it kind of just feels like he's just into her.
Go away!
So what if she thought that all Americans were uncommunistic pigs?
My sweet imperialist dog.
That doesn't mean she didn't drive us wild. And with the power of wind in her hands,
oh
you
my
can
god, this is so similar to the Guptil video. Holy shit. Like, somebody in chat was like, Guptil critic. Just the part where he's like, with the power of wind in her hands, oh, if only we could see her take wing. This is so similar.
Oh, this Soviet softie that she can blow me away any day.
Do it.
Number 10. The Baroness from G.I. Joe. Though technically working for Cobra, the bad guys on this show, this Baroness had us all debating whether or not we should be switching sides. So why'd you join Cobra? The Baroness. Me too. Hot, isn't she? This villainess was steaming with all black attire, skin-tight latex, sexy glasses, and a thick German accent.
I wasn't speaking of the dog, moron.
Oh, I mean Russian accent.
I could get a real kick out of that.
Or was it Scandinavian? Czech? Italian? Canadian? Either way, this co-broad is hotter than a T-35 death ray, and my guess is she'll be heavy.
Yeah, I mean, this one seems to be an okay selection for waifu at any age, I guess, you know.
You shout out Cobra sometime soon.
Cobra! Cobra! Stop that! That's low! She had something in her eye!
Number 9. Sailor Moon from, well,
there we go.
Sailor Moon. I have to admit, I put her pretty low on this list because I found this show just so goddamn annoying. Even when I was a kid, I thought this
casual!
I mean, the story makes no sense, the characters are all morons, and they keep using the same chunks of animation over and over. However, if there were chunks of animation that they had to use over and over, it would definitely be the transformation scenes. I mean, damn. This is like an intergalactic striptease. Actually, the funny thing about these scenes is that they always take like 2 minutes to go through all the transformations. I mean, what the hell are the villains doing during all that time?
Alright, Sailor Moon, I'm a big bad monster. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, and, yeah, he does this joke. Right.
These anime.
Copyright is great.
Nevertheless, you can't argue with good Japanese animation and their ability to put women in skirts that are so short they give new meaning to the term moon power.
Women, huh?
Sailor Moon, from anime to anime.
From anime to anime-ness.
Number 8.
I guess that one wasn't... Was that the part that everybody was up in arms about? I think the fucking Captain Planet girl was worse than the Sailor Moon one. I mean, yeah, it's like, it's also weird, but...
Harley Quinn from Batman. Of all the characters in the world, you'd think the Joker would be the last person who would need a sidekick. But when one of the writers suggested...
How old is Linka from fucking Captain Planet? I don't know. He was, like, the part where he went, like, he didn't really say anything too overtly sexual about Sailor Moon. I mean, maybe he did and I missed it. He talked about her fucking skirt and everything, but like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like that was slightly less awkward than the Linka part where he, fucking panty sniffer fucking face, but, yeah, I don't know, Harley Quinn, the Baroness, those are fine, I guess. Yeah.
That one of the Joker's henchmen should be replaced with a henchwoman, instant history was made. And thus, Harley Quinn was born, an energetic, totally psychotic airhead who had the hots for the Joker, aka Puddin'. Since then, Harley has gone on to stardom, even getting herself her own comic book series. So what is it that
man,
makes
this is before that fucking redesign ruined her. Well, I don't think it was before this. Well, no, it might have been. This was 2008. This might have actually predated Arkham Asylum, which I think is where that came from. It wasn't, you know, Harley Quinn looking like a fucking Malkavian, looking like Jeanette Vorman, was not the worst design decision, but, it sure did lead to the things changing quite a bit with her design.
so damn attractive? Is it her energetic personality?
Quite as good.
Is it her figure in that skin?
Intergalactic striptease, I guess. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Yeah, well, nobody's sticking up for this whole video. I don't know.
It's because she's going out with the Joker, which gives the rest of us homicidal maniacs who are dreaming of love much needed hope.
Huh.
There's no doubt about it. Harley Quinn gives new meaning to the term crazy love.
You're really sick, you know that, boss?
Number 7. Hello Nurse from Animaniacs. If more nurses looked like this, I'd probably go to the doctor more often. With her 40s style dress, long slinky legs, and hot killer body, she's the cartoon character that made sexual harassment fun again.
Oh man, even when she's an adult, he still says something fucking stupid.
And
come on, dog.
Even helped coin the phrase "Hello Nurse."
Hello, nurse.
Okay, so I don't think this phrase ever actually caught on, but it was definitely used in the show a lot. She was always the object of Yakko and Wacko.
Yeah, I don't know if that line goes so well given the fucking, given some of the, allegations about Channel Awesome. I don't know. I wonder how Drew Wario got away with it.
Affection, which always left Dot with, okay, that's kind of creepy.
Disgusting.
Hello Nurse. She's every patient's dream come true.
Boys.
Yeah, make sure to go tweeting about that one right there. That one.
Number 6. Chitara from Thundercats. If Angelina Jolie and Chester Cheetah ever had a kid, chances are she looks something like this. Faster than lightning and just as hot, Cheetah was just as exotic as she was erotic. And trust me when I say she gave new meaning to the term, fast pussy. Oh, come on, I had to! She was fierce, dominant, and made the
Is that like a term that people use? Fast pussy? Is that, did he really have to? Was that such an obvious pun? Fast pussy? It's not exactly like an obvious joke. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's like fast and loose or whatever kind of thing, I guess. Is it like a song that he's referencing? I don't know. I don't think that was necessary.
Runner looked like a handicapped turtle. Chitara. If she doesn't
Very
make her sword
Guptill,
glow,
yeah.
nothing will.
Easy for you to say.
He made it up.
Number 5.
False. He made it up.
Daphne.
Total fabrication.
Talk about a character who did absolutely nothing.
Alright, you're going with Daphne and really? Alright.
She never solved any mysteries, never found any clues, but goddamn could she wear that purple dress. So what if she has the personality of a hairspray can?
I mean, I think she's also like 16 or something, so yeah.
Only thing in Scooby-Doo that was appealing to look at. I mean, think about it. Velma's a lesbo, Shaggy's Scooby's a dog, and Fred, well, I just don't trust anyone that wears a
Yeah, like even when it's not, well shit, I guess Daphne is still like a teenager, but I don't know, even when it's not like a 10-year-old or whatever, like the Captain Planet girl, he still has something funny to say, like something about sexual harassment or calling her a lesbo or whatever. Like,
neckerchief. And I don't think you should either. Daphne was the only character that you actually look forward to seeing. She was colorful, polite,
fucking rug muncher!
Daphne. She may not have a clue, but I'm sure she has several restraining orders.
You shouldn't believe everything you read.
Number 4. April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Talk about a true damsel in distress. There wasn't 1 second of this show where she didn't need saving.
Uh-oh.
But despite
And
that,
that's how I like him.
she was a pretty fun character. She was cynical, she was funny, and let's not forget that skin-tight yellow jumpsuit.
Well,
I mean, what reporter wears skin-tight yellow jumpsuits? It makes no sense. I can tell you right now, though, if more reporters wore skin-tight yellow jumpsuits, I would know.
It was like an 80s design. That was probably just like an 80s futuristic kind of city look that they were going for. I mean, you know, I don't know why everybody always points out, that's so stupid, she wears a yellow jumpsuit. It's like, bro, this is the one with the fucking turtles that throw fucking, like, shurikens. Shut up. Shut up about the fucking the yellow jumpsuit. I swear to God.
Everything.
The number of times I've heard somebody go off about her having a yellow jumpsuit and it being stupid. It's like, you know, this is the one with the fucking brain and the rhino and all of that. Like, shut up.
Going on in the world.
Fuck you.
I would watch the news so much you'd have to pry me away from those jumpsuit-wearing journalists. Well, maybe not all of them. But nevertheless, April was always the damsel who got herself into trouble, and yet you always looked forward to saving. She was quick, feisty, clever, and always knew how to make the green boys turn red. April O'Neil, making us all pop out of our shells.
If you say so.
Ew.
Number 3. Rogue from X-Men.
I knew it!
There's nothing like a little southern comfort.
Not I knew it, but someone in chat said it, and I was like, I read it, and I was like, yeah, that's gotta be, it's definitely gonna be Rogue, yeah.
Calm you down, and Rogue was definitely that, with her sizzling.
I like that the thing here calls her Ro because of the auto chapters.
Accent and southern personality, Rogue was always that forbidden fruit that you could never touch. Literally, if you touch her, you go into a coma for the rest of your life. But hey, that just made us want her more. She could fly, she was strong, she was smart.
Why are these all 60s cartoons or 80s cartoons? Because it's fucking Nostalgia Critic, idiot. Because it's a guy who fucking criticizes things that are from nostalgia from when he was a kid. So it actually makes sense. So you're actually the bozo. I want you to know that. Bozo. Fucking bozo. But yeah, I think she is also, like, underaged, actually, technically. I mean...
And of course, she was...
it's just funny that, like, so many of the girls on this list are, like teenagers and whatnot. I mean, again, I guess if you... if you're viewing this as childhood crushes, but he's not, it's called Top 10 Hottest Animated Women. And, you know, it's like if it was, I really thought she was cute when I was fucking 8, but it's not. It seems to be he still thinks they're pretty hot now, so, yeah.
I'll see her then.
Only now as of 15 years ago, you know. I mean, again... Whatever you're gonna say about Doug, let's not all rush out to fucking cancel him over this. This is a bit of fun. This is not aged well, and it's stupid, and it, you know, it's pretty dumb, but it's also like, yeah, it's from 15 years ago. I'm sure Doug is a much more thoughtful and, you know, understanding fucking person and all that now, but like...
Texas prime rib on barbecue.
Not looking to fucking get the guy in fucking, in trouble over some fucking 15-year-old fucking bullshit, but it is still very, very funny.
Funny.
Shut up, Rogue! It is!
Like the idea of being stronger than them. But in Rogue's case, she can kick my flabby white ass any day.
Well, maybe you could just lose some fucking weight.
For a hot date?
And get a tan.
If there was
is
ever...
Marge gonna, like you say, The Simpsons, who else would it can't be Lisa, it's gonna be Marge, maybe. But who else would? I don't think so. I don't even think so.
X-Men, you can assure
it's gonna be Jessica Rabbit.
Definitely get top billing.
Jessica Rabbit is on here. Jessica Rabbit's number 1, I think. Number 2, I don't know. Fucking who else? Like She-Ra or something like that, maybe.
You can drain my energy anytime, Chef.
Number 2, Ariel and Jasmine from the
fucking hell. So this is 2 different characters from different movies. And at least one of them is like 14.
Mermaid and Aladdin. It's hard to choose which one of these fairy tale beauties was sexier, so I just gave them both their own number 2 spot.
Well, it's easy to choose the one who, I mean, I don't know if Jasmine is supposed to be an adult in the thing, but again, it's just funny. Man, you know, you could have just tried a little harder to pick people that were all... you know, on the level, but no.
I mean, these 2 hotties make Barbie look like Betty Crocker. With their big, wide eyes and soft, curvy lines, there's no doubt that Disney definitely knew how to make our dreams come true. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, why didn't I put Belle on there? Well, it's not that she wasn't beautiful, smart, and a well-developed character. It's just that, well, she didn't show her navel. And on this
listen, it is hottest animated women, so I guess that's fair.
countdown, that earned you like 20 more points.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid. Nothing personal.
She's such a fucking stuck-up bitch. She won't fucking take her top off.
Now, all three of these beauties made their appearance at a time when anime women were just concerned about one thing. More.
There's so much more.
There must be more. I want more.
Huh.
Why is it Disney women are never satisfied? You're fucking royalty! If you had any more, you'd be freaking gods! But nevertheless, it was Ariel and Jan.
Again, we have Doug unable to think beyond his own bubble. Did you ever play Final Fantasy IX, Doug? There you go. Fucking play that game. There's my answer.
Jasmine, who were the exotic beauties, even though Ariel is technically a fish, which would make relationships difficult, but not impossible. Both of them were active, fun, adventurous, and willing to show off their belly buttons. Ariel and Jasmine, the princesses of our hearts.
And what a belly button! And have you ever seen a woman with 3 beautiful, smooth, very, very cool arcs of hair? Wow!
And every other stuffed shirt, swaggering peacock I've met.
And the #1 anime nostalgia hottie is...
There she is.
Man, like I even gotta say her name.
Yeah. We have to actually watch him talk about her though, because it might be we know who #1 is now, but he might say something horrible about her, so
there is no doubt about it.
This is like, okay, here's the thing, fucking yeah, man, somebody in chat said nobody in chat said the name Felicia. Where did I cut the name Felicia from? Bye, Felicia. Get that out of my head. But, fucking... I don't know. It's a bit boring how obvious it is. There's something about Jessica Rabbit that is like... I don't know, she's always been so obvious, like, obviously sexy character. Where it's like, I don't know, she's never done anything for me. Jessica Rabbit. She feels like such a boomer pick for this list. Like, this would be, I knew it would be on here because this is the nostalgia list of hot women. Right? So, like, yeah, guys of this era. Va-va-voom! The Jessica Rabbit! The gams! They go all the way up! Va-va-voom! Fucking cartoon wolf noises, but, yeah, I don't know. She's fine.
Jessica Rabbit is the most attractive thing ever drawn on paper. With her thick, luscious lips, half-shut eyes, and long red hair.
I mean, she's basically just Rita Hayworth or whatever.
Jessica Rabbit had every man jealous of a stinking cartoon character.
Come on, Roger, let's go home. I'll bake you a carrot cake.
That fucking rabbit. And of course, you can't overlook that phenomenal body, which I don't think could technically
you can
exist in real life. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, I got that's the thing with her. Her proportions are so fucking stupid and ridiculous that like I can't take her. I've never found like her waist is the same fucking width as her arm almost. Like, come on. I mean, I know, yeah, sexy, whatever, but like that's I don't know. It's a little overdone for the cartoon effect, but I don't know, the people that want to fuck her, it's like, I don't know, she looks like a fucking alien, it's weird.
The breasts are twice the size of her waist, and yet her waist is half the size of her legs.
Yeah, he's doing the math!
She fall to the ground unable
We're chronologically confused about this bitch's dimensions.
For balance. But fuck it, we didn't care. She looked unbelievable. The ultimate femme fatale. She was mysterious, erotic, and knew how to tempt men. In fact, she might have tempted them too much. There's an infamous controversial scene where Jessica is flung out of the car where she exposes herself not once, but twice in a matter of seconds. This scene caused so much controversy that they actually re-released it on video and blocked out the image covering it with her dress.
Whoa.
Well, if an animated woman is so hot that even the animators had to see her naked, chances are she really does deserve the #1 spot. Jessica Rabbit.
I'm not bad.
You know, I guess she was destined to be in this spot, you know, it's like...
I'm just drawn that way.
Really drawn that way.
Huh.
And those are the top 11 anime nostalgia honeys. If you got some laughs out...
Does he say...
Drawn that way. And those are the top 11 anime nostalgia hunt.
It feels like he keeps saying anime. Like, I wasn't gonna say earlier, like multiple times it sounded like he was saying anime, and I was like, I wasn't gonna draw attention to it, but it's like consistently it sounds like he's, because the word is animated, I think, but he's turning it, I think he's just, maybe he's just saying it too quickly and it comes off as like anime, but yeah, that's, I don't know, I don't think you have a single anime on here, actually, technically. Oh yeah, no, Sailor Moon, okay, you have one anime on here.
If you got some laughs out of this, thanks for watching. If you got aroused by any of this, they're not real. For God's sake, seek some help. I'm a nostalgia critic, I remember it, so you don't...
Really? Okay, so, but there's a Sailor Moon video also. Totally Spies the movie, oh Jesus. Well, we'll watch the Sailor Moon one. Hang on, let me grab a drink here. Let me grab a drink. I'll be back in a second. Enjoy for a moment. Here's a song. While I get up for a second, here's a song that is basically the fucking it's basically the fucking trial from Pink Floyd's The Wall, or Nostalgia Critics' Pink Floyd's The Wall, but it's from Chrono Trigger instead. Here you go. I'll be right back. Hello, everyone. I'm back. I have drink. It's not alcohol drink, but it'll do. We're back with the Sailor Moon video. We just watched his other questionable Sailor Moon related comments. Let's go. Cool intro, Doug. Great. Gun funny.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Right now, I'm in the laboratory of Dr. Hack, the master of formulas. Not
Why? In this video from 2013, does this look so fucking similar to the video from 2019 that we just watched? The video that we just watched with this exact set, with this exact color grading. Well, slightly better, maybe. This is from fucking 6 years earlier. Great job, Doug. I didn't progress.
scientific formulas, not mathematical formulas, but television formulas. Any TV show that has a formula that's been repeated over and over and over, he's the guy that came up with it. Watch this. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
Land Teens fight Petty Patrol, then Monster, then Giant Monster, and Giant Robot.
Home Improvement.
Toolman screws up, neighbor gives advice, Toolman gets advice wrong, but Toolman's forgiven anyway.
Scooby-Doo.
It's always the person in the
What's the fucking point of this stupid shit now?
But then you
Jesus
forgot about
Christ.
Inspector Gadget, Captain Planet, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody actually hates Raymond. He should have divorced that bitch and her family long ago.
If it's a formula that's gotten more and more...
Okay, that's not even fucking aware of the Everybody Loves Raymond lore. Deborah's family is fine. She is kind of a bitch, but Deborah's family is fine, and her dad is played by Fred Willard. It's Ray's family that's the crazy family. They don't even know! They don't even know!
Popular through its repetition, he's the guy that thought of it. And right now, I've hired him to think up an idea so that I can lazily repeat it over and over and over and make money beyond my wildest dreams.
Eureka!
Boy, that's ironic. How's the series working for you there, Doug? Still printing money?
Eureka! What? Oh, there you are, Eureka. Get ready to jot down my latest formula.
You got it?
Yes, and it's going to make us millions.
Well, that's wonderful. Let's hear it.
14-year-old girl acts stupid, uses magical powers to look slutty and stupid. Talking cat tells her how to fight crime because she's so stupid.
Boy, you would have figured 5 years difference would have... You know, they would have decided to not call the 14-year-old slutty. Or have any kind of concept about the fact that that's just that's just based on Japanese schoolgirl, like, outfits, amongst other things. No, still a good video, I see.
Surrounds herself with smarter girls that make her look even more stupid.
That's Sailor Moon.
What?
The formula you're describing is Sailor Moon.
Do they have a villain that keeps attacking the same town?
Yes.
Do they have a tedious romance with a magic boyfriend?
Yes.
Do they repeat the same animation?
Worse than Hanna-Barbera.
And it was successful?
It's one of the most popular animes of all time.
Eureka? Oh dear.
I wonder how many parts of this video will be funny if you keep in mind that the Sailor Moon series was made by a woman. I wonder how many parts of this video are going to be very, very funny when you keep that in mind. I don't know. Something tells me that that's just going to be a thing that's worth keeping in mind a little bit.
Well, this is embarrassing. Well, how about this one? 3 obnoxiously perfect girls are raised by 3 obnoxiously perfect men in a house in San Francisco, and not one of them is gay.
Well, while we're on the subject, why was something as repetitive as Sailor Moon so successful?
Why does it still look like this? He sits down and it still fucking looks like this horrible other video. Where he's in this stupid fucking blown out warehouse and it looks like shit. Oh god, yeah. No. No. Yeah. He's in this fucking blown out warehouse. I mean, why can't he fucking... God, why can't he just make the fucking video look right? It's like he's not even as pasty as he, like, looks like he is. He just chooses to look this way. He makes his videos make him look worse.
Something as
It's
repetitive
wild.
as Sailor Moon so successful. I remember when it first aired in America. It was an export from Japan, which I think was originally called Magical Girl Squad Robo Dance Yes. Not quite as familiar with anime as Americans are today, a lot of people just saw it as Speed Racer with tits. But we didn't understand that the audience for this was growing more and more rapid. And whether for its campiness or actual enjoyment of the story, it was becoming an underground hit. For kids, teens, and that creepy guy who fixes your computer.
You. That's you.
So, what
the
is
hard cut from that guy to Doug here, who's just wearing a slightly different but equally as embarrassing costume.
the secret formula and why did it catch on with so many? Well, let's start at the very beginning. You'll quickly notice that, like many animes, the best parts of the show aren't in the action, the character, the story, or the writing. It's in the goddamn opening theme song.
Yeah, this is a fucking wild intro segment. I mean, the music's fine, but like, man. I love this. I love the background and his fucking cape. That's beautiful. And that whole thing.
Not only was the beat catchy as hell.
I used to watch Sailor Moon. I don't remember what the fucking intro looked like, though. That's great.
But look at this animation.
Yeah.
Look at the visuals. It's like a Van Gogh of anime kid openings. In fact, there's even a Van Gogh in it.
Oh, wow.
Why? I don't care. It looks friggin' awesome. I'll allow it.
Mercury, Sailor Mars, Sailor Jupiter.
I guess the only downside is the obvious American additions, like this pointless Star Wars style scroll. Yeah, because that's what girls watching this show are really into. Star Wars! They go so hand in hand, I'm surprised Lucas didn't release a more feminine version.
You know, it was a real shame because I liked watching that show as a kid, but even as a kid, I felt like I couldn't allow my dad to see that I was into Sailor Moon. There was just this inherent, I don't know, I was enjoying what I was watching, but some part of me felt like I wasn't allowed to. And somehow in the back of my head, I knew that meant I wasn't straight anymore, even though I had a crush on Sailor Venus. No, that meant I was into men, secretly. I don't know. Him being like, yeah, that's what little girls want. It's like, I don't know, maybe it was an attempt to make it appeal to everybody. I mean, it probably wasn't, because at this time they were kind of just directing these things solely at, He-Man and She-Ra and that kind of thing. Gendering everything, but it's like, I don't know, Sailor Moon seems like a fine show. From what I remember, it was a fine show. And it looks fine, and it's like, I don't know, does it need to be so explicitly just for women, just because it's about girls? I don't know.
Version with Serena doing Darth Vader.
Did you hear there's a new Sailor V video game out? I saw it on TV.
Lord Vader, the battle station plans are not aboard this ship.
Oh, yeah.
And no transmissions were made.
How can that be? My mom finds out, she'll ground me and cut my allowance.
An escape pod was jettisoned during the fight, but no life forms were aboard.
I can't believe this. Oh, what am I going to do? We can get ice cream.
Was this like a funny meme in 2013? This is what people found funny back then? Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
See if you can spot where else the Americans made some changes. They're so
oh, fuck.
subtle, I doubt you'll ever notice where they geniusly slipped them in.
She is the one named Sailor Moon. She will never turn her back on her friend.
Well, yeah, we had fucking, we didn't have Card Captor Sakura, we had fucking Card Captors, which was like the weird Canadian version where they made it less gay or something. If I remember correctly, the original was kind of gay, and they made it make it less gay, kind of like Sailor Moon, actually. So yeah, I watched that as a kid because we had that on Teletoon. So yeah, that was also on.
Yeah, unbelievably natural. If you were going less for action-packed adventure and more for Saved by the Bell credits.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time.
But you quickly discover in many respects that is what the show is going for. At first it seems like it's going to be a big, albeit audience-insultingly rushed, space battle between cosmic planet folk.
1,000 years ago, our moon was home to a great civilization ruled by Queen Serenity.
Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
I just can't get over the fucking shots of his fucking wall. Why is it blue? I'm sorry, but it's fucking blue. All you had to do was make your wall white. Jesus Christ, were their monitors fucking broken? Your wall's blue. What the fuck?
The Fire Nation attacked.
Until the arrival of the evil Queen Beryl. Although her world
I love dicks, Charlie. I love dicks.
Hope was the power of the Empyrean Silver Crystal and the Crescent Moon Wand.
Only this crystal and wand can combat the power of the Negaforce.
Yeah, look, Show, even if you pretend you have a story that matters beyond people who see a high-class meal as a flame and Hot Pocket, you still had to follow up all that supposed epic.
What?
People who see a high-class meal as a flame and Hot Pocket.
Filet min? Is that how you say filet mignon, Doug? You say filet min, you just kind of cut off halfway there. That's
still
fine.
Had to follow up all that.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh no, I'm late for school again.
Yeah, I bet you thought this was going to be a big space opera with action, drama, and exotic locations. But nope, it's just your common English-speaking town that has everything in Japanese for some reason.
Serena!
I gotta go!
Aren't you forgetting something, dear?
You forgot your hamburgers, Apollo.
Yeah, your nose. Everyone's forgetting those around here.
Making a joke because it's an anime style, they don't have a nose? What? Okay, fine.
Is Serena, a ditzy clod who has no idea that she is one of the reincarnations of the Sailor Scouts. She's just your everyday gigantic-eyed blonde Japanese girl who constantly keeps flunking her exams.
Chill out, Serena. It's just one lousy test. It's not like it's the end of the world or something.
You don't understand. I'm Japanese. To me, failure is everything.
You don't get it, Molly.
I guess that's a good joke.
If my mom finds out I flunked that test, I won't get to play the new Sailor V game.
Being pretty as sin and dumb as cheese, she of course is very popular in school, obtaining all sorts of friends, like an over-the-top accent with a human attached to it.
That's weird. Very weird.
And the awkward year.
God. So, I mean, is there a part in this video where the wacky shit starts happening? Maybe I'll jump ahead to, oh, here. This looks like it's about to start happening, actually.
You're a creep, Darian! You don't know a thing about being cool!
Wow, they really seem like polar opposites, and hate each other to the core. They hook up? Nah, and how tediously long do they drag that out? Oh Jesus, just mail me the comedic banter to my office, Shredder! By the way, here's a confusing scene. We see her walk by a poster of a young girl dressed exactly how she is dressed. Like it's from a movie or a show or something.
Wasn't that supposed to be fucking Sailor Venus or whatever? I don't know. It looks like her. This is just This is just an outfit that's common among young women in Japan. The fucking like Sailor Scout like schoolgirl outfit is just like a pretty common fit out there. So I don't know. I don't think it's like. Maybe it's confusing to Westerners, I guess.
I wish I could be like Sailor
it's a
V. She's so
uniform.
beautiful and smart. Something exciting's always happening in her life.
Oh, it's Sailor V, right. It's like the in-universe superhero character.
Not like mine.
So, what?
Man, I really want to watch Sailor Moon now. Like, look at this old 90s fucking, just the old arcade Game Crown. I want to go in Game Crown, man. That sounds
Something
fun.
exciting's always happening in her life, not like mine.
So, what? A movie or TV industry got wind of this idea that coincidentally is exactly the same as what's going on right now? Does that mean that something like Transformers is a true story then? Because to be fair, my car has been giving me dirty looks. Things seem to change. That is, the formula is set in motion when a magic cat named Luna arrives and tells her that she is the reincarnation of one of the Guardians.
You are Sailor Moon, and you must fight evil when it confronts you. Just repeat after me. Moon Prism Power.
Moon Prism Power!
And of course, this gives way to the famous transformation scene. The tiara, the
Okay,
boots,
don't say anything about it being a striptease challenge. Go.
the nail polish, later covered by gloves, so that was pointless, and of course, the miniskirt. The mini skirt.
God damn it, Doug.
Yep, the costume choice that in no way enables her to fight better, but sure does force her to squat a lot. Okay, so take out the fact that's obviously in no way battle armor. Take out the fact that's obviously fan service. Take out the fact that just like He-Man, somehow removing more
Are you
clothes is...
sure it's obvious that it's fan service, Doug? Because, I mean, I guess it could be. I suppose you could interpret it that way, but again, I think the person that makes fucking Sailor Moon is, like a fairly, you know, like, I don't know, sex-positive kind of person, from what I understand. I know she's married to the Hunter x Hunter guy, and they have, like, little references to each other's thing in each series, which is kind of fun. But yeah, like, I don't know that it's like, again, keep in mind it's made by a woman for him to be like, it's obviously fan service. Like, it reminds me of how Bayonetta was designed by a woman, and everybody fucking freaked out, and there was just so many, like, game journalists back in the day being like, this is such obvious sexism, and, like, is it though? You fucking dipshit? I don't know.
Darley disguises them, though to be fair with both these outfits, is the face really the first thing you're going to be looking at? Take all that away and just tell yourself, this obviously sexualized transformation that takes up a solid minute in each episode happens
obviously sexualized, is it?
That way, and just tell yourself, this obviously sexualized...
I mean, I guess it's got her leg up or whatever. I guess you would probably... I suppose, but... It's not like necessarily like if it's sexual at all, I don't think it's meant to be sexual for you, Doug. I think it's meant to be like empowering in a way, like, you know, like it's empowering for a young girl to see this and be like, yeah, I'm confident, I can be whatever. Like, I guess it's that kind of thing. It's not really like, take charge of the things that are making me feel awkward and weird as a young person. It's not really meant for you, Doug. I don't know.
Transformation that...
You're not entirely wrong that it's, like, probably a bit sexual, but, like, I don't know that that's, like, the point explicitly for you.
Takes up a solid minute in each episode.
It's meant to be graceful, yeah.
A 14-year-old girl. Yeah, forgot that for a second, didn't you? The girls in this show are, and always have been, 14 years...
Did you forget that, Doug?
...years old.
Oh, so no, he's pointing out that it's weird that the show does this. But it's... I don't know. I don't think it's weird that the show does this.
14 years old.
Oh boy, we really needed a clip of him saying that. 14! That's some Austin Jones shit.
14 years.
Oh yeah, put up pictures of That's good. This is really good, Doug. This is a really good look, Doug. Wow. Keep it going, Doug. Keep it going.
Damn!
Keep it going.
Years old.
Why is he sounding aroused? I don't know. He does sound that way, though.
Oh, before any of you find this incredibly creepy, let me make one thing perfectly clear.
I don't find the cartoon creepy, Doug. Let me make that perfectly clear.
Age of consent in many parts of Japan is in fact...
Oh man, here we go.
13
FBI,
years.
open up!
Now you may find it incredibly creepy. And yes, there's a lot of fine print
I think that's not really true anymore. I think that's kind of like an outdated thing, and it's sort of not really applicable in general. I don't think that's really true, but that was based on something. That was kind of like a thing everybody thinks, but from what I understand, that's not exactly accurate. But, I mean, yeah, you know, that's probably a part of why it's, like, willing to be a little bit risque for the age of the characters, but, you know, I mean, I don't know. Yes, Japan's got some weird shit sexually, you know. Doug's getting into that, I guess, but I don't know. It's more his focus on that element of things that I think is the eyebrow raiser rather than the actual show. I don't know.
That law that evens it out a bit, but there's just as much fine print that evens it back into kinky territory again.
Kinky?
For example, sex between 13 to 17.
Kinky? Oh, we're getting into examples here. This is Doug's Ephebaphile arc.
Year-olds can only be done with other 13 to 17-year-olds.
That's good.
However,
that's
good. Sex, groping, hand jobs, blow jobs, and whatever else your preferred imagination.
Boy, we're really getting into your preferred imagination here, ain't we, Doug?
You can come up with is all perfectly legal.
That's
bad.
That's
However,
bad.
they have cracked down on human trafficking, forced prostitution, and other illegal acts endangering people in that age range.
That's good.
But that doesn't stop people from creating kinky establishments like the Sexual Harassment Corporation, where you pay to molest girls in school and business sets and is totally 100%
I mean,
legal.
There's an element of this that feels kind of like just misunderstanding of the differences in like Japanese and American culture. Like there's an element to it where you could be like, yeah, okay, this is like a general thing that morally this is weird and whatever, but I don't know, like the Sexual Harassment Corporation thing, that feels like it's just some sort of, you know, hostess club basically, right? That's what that looks like. He shows the sign. This looks like the type of sign you would see on a street corner in Kamurocho. It'd be like, come into our bar and fucking sit next to a girl for a bit. So like, I don't know, Doug's not really mentioning that necessarily. This just reminds me a little bit of this era where it was like, wacky Japan, isn't Japan so weird? And they'd show like some random fucking clip from some game like Cho Aniki or something, and just be like, wow, Japan's weird! Like, I don't know, this just feels like a little bit, I don't know, this feels a little unaware of Japan in general being kind of There's a lot that you could say, and I don't know that this is really the place for it necessarily, Doug. You're talking about fucking Sailor Moon. Let's move on.
Accomplishments like the Sexual Harassment Corporation, where you pay to molest girls in school and business sets, and is totally 100% legal.
Don't worry, guys. He's checked. He's checked. It's totally legal. He's checked. I'm sure Doug's done his research on that.
I go now. So, yeah, I guess when you come down to it, it is just cultural differences. I mean,
Yes.
sexual urges in young people does start well before 18. My personal problem is, like media in most
Well, it's not
cultures...
really about urges. Again, it's about, like, being sort of empowered in a way. It's about, like... It's the same fucking... Like... I guess it's kind of like He-Man, except He-Man is supposed to be an adult, and so that's different. But it's like, it's ultimately the same thing. It's, you know, for young boys to look at, oh, I wish I could be like that someday, and, you know, then maybe you are or something. Maybe it makes you feel something. I don't know. It's like that kind of thing. But for girls, I guess.
It doesn't try to help younger
not
people
really-
understand sexuality, but rather exploits it. Rather than educate
Does
young
it?
people about sex, it's honestly just easier if we can make money off of it. But
I'd rather this be like an educational program where they sit down and talk about the fucking birds and the bees. I don't know if that would have gone over well, Doug. I don't
of
know.
course, all this talk about Sailor Moon being a sexy 14-year-old pinup is all building up to one important question. Given this information, why did I still put her in the top 11 hottest anime women list? I didn't know! I swear I didn't know! I mean, look at the...
Wait.
Put her in the top 11 hottest anime women list.
Okay.
I didn't know! I swear I didn't know! I mean, look at the way...
Oh, god damn it. I thought he was gonna make more honey faces. I thought he was gonna do more honey faces for a bit. God damn it.
No, I swear I didn't know! I mean, look at the way they're drawn, man!
God damn it.
If they were in college or at the very least late high school, wouldn't you have made that guess? Come on, look at the way they're showing them off! I didn't know! Floor officer, I mean audience. I had no idea their real age. I mean...
I don't know, there's just the whole talk about it here at all is just, I mean, you say you didn't know before, but then you're still talking about it here, and it was kind of strange here, even up until this point. So, like, yeah, the acknowledgement, much like with the wall video, the acknowledgement that you basically have all of the information you should have, and yet still made some really questionable statements, is kind of the point. Like, you have all the info you should to know what the wall is about, but you got it all wrong, and pointed out how wrong you got it, almost. So, like, yeah. It's like, you're aware of this, but you still said some things in this video that were already like, why are we on this subject? Let's move on, Doug.
You might be saying to yourself, oh, what, didn't you grow
Still
up
doing
watching
it.
the show? Didn't you pay attention to it at all? No, I didn't! I mean, I watched it, but I didn't really listen to it. I, too, was 14 at a time, and maybe I viewed it for different reasons. Stupid homework.
He's got a whole fucking skit now. This is really happening.
Oh my god, this is awful.
Turn that back on.
Who said that?
I did.
Oh my god, it's my Disco Elysium boner narrated by a man with a deep voice.
Penis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can talk.
Why are we doing this now?
This talk around this age. It's the greatest secret no woman knows about.
All around this age, huh? So this is like Big Mouth? Wow, so this is just getting worse?
But wouldn't be the least bit shocked to discover.
Well, despite what a terrifying discovery this is, I'm still not gonna watch this show.
It doesn't matter what you think. From now...
It doesn't matter what you think. Oh, yeah. The Sangi is being deployed, motherfuckers. Oh, yeah.
on, I'll be calling all the shots. You're gonna see everything in a whole new light.
What are you talking about?
Look at that show again. Looks damn good now, doesn't it?
Wow.
Wow.
This is more than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm a mentally capable male. I won't let my penis call all my decisions for me.
Turn that back on, or I'll shoot where the sun always shines.
No, I won't.
Well, if only.
Excuse me, I have some memories I need to repress.
Oh, is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be it? Wait, no, this was before Honey. What's this part then? It's just a random cut in the fucking video. God damn it, I wanted the Honey ad.
Well, I think I've properly erased those memories.
They'll be back.
Oh god, he's pretending to be drunk now. Why? Why do you need to do this?
Quiet or I'll write another groin shot joke. So Serena seems shocked that she can now suddenly transform.
This dream is getting weirder and weirder. I'll never study that hard again.
Though weirdly enough, doesn't look the least bit shocked while she's transforming. In fact, I bet she'll keep this exact same calm state every single time she changes, and every villain she's fighting will quietly wait for her to finish before actually attacking. It's the Japanese way. Speaking of which, there actually is a villain in the series.
There is a witch.
Known as Queen Beryl. Yes, because no name is more terrifying than a wooden container that can bring me alcohol.
Hey, listen, she's Queen Beryl because that name sounds ugly, and, you know, the evil queen has to sound ugly. It's like Gruntilda. I don't know if I want to watch the whole fucking rest of this. We got over the main part of it, which was kind of... which was that. Let me see here. I'm gonna read some super chats and stuff. Let me see. Let's see. €5 from Dengiston Spear. One of my favorite dork videos gets a remake with a better device. Saved my shitty Monday. Dankeschön, Mr. Dork. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, Shun. I think I am going to probably wind the stream down now because I do have a podcast in a little bit as well. So, yeah, try to get some eating done and all that. But, yeah, no, I'm glad to have done the fucking movie, the nostalgia wall critic movie again. That's the wall video was quite something. It was quite something to watch again. I'm glad to have mashed it up alongside of some of the actual songs there. You know, you hear a little bit of the actual thing, and how much better the real album is. Go listen to the real wall. You know. $5 from Big Meaty Claws. Oh yeah, dress as nostalgia critic bear. No, I can't find an easy PNG to slap onto the circle bear, so it's not happening. It's not happening. We might do more nostalgia critic this month. We might continue out nostalgia critic November and look at a little bit more of his stuff. But I don't know. We've done some good stuff here. I think I've done what I needed to do from Doug. Well, we didn't wind up watching too many of his new videos, actually. No, we have to do more Doug. There's going to be another Doug stream because I said earlier I want to watch some of his newer videos that have like the skits where he doesn't have clips from the movie and he just recreates the whole movie, like the Fury Road video. And there's a bunch of other ones too that I didn't watch, and I'd like to see some of those. So those will be fucking insufferable. So yeah, sometime this month we'll do a part 2 of this. We'll do more horrible nostalgia critic videos, more of the parodies style reviews that he loves doing or used to love doing. I don't think he does that quite as much now. I think he's kind of moved on from that. There's probably still horrible cringy segments that are, like parodies of scenes, kind of like Family Guy cutaway gags basically, but I think it is more based on actual clips of the thing now, so at least. $5 from Brendan SRT. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Claw. I critique these users so you don't have to. Yeah, there you go. These fucking users. $10 from Wiggly Fungus. Question for other viewers / trash enjoyers. How many of listen / to Claw's stuff during work? Also have some monies, Claw. Well, thank you. I hear a lot of people talk about themselves watching or listening to this while they're at work. I know Caddy says he listens to this while he's editing and stuff. So, I have trouble with that. I've been trying to watch stuff while I'm editing, but then I'm like, you know, I just wind up having to like listen to the thing for enough of it that I basically can't follow whatever I'm trying to watch anyway. So I don't know. It doesn't work out for me, but for him, I know it does. A lot of people come in, they say that they listen at work. They listen, you know. I'm assuming anybody who doesn't have to do like customer service or something, you're working like a desk job or something. You're working like alone in a building, like maybe it's graveyard shift and you're fucking, you know, overnight sweeping the floors at the Walmart or something, you know, like that's probably a good time to be listening to some streams, some podcasts, some whatever, you know. Yeah, no, I imagine there's quite a few people that probably listen at work. It sounds like there is. I hear that pretty often on here. €5 from This Is a Placeholder TM. The tone of the instrumentals and mixing is so off it reminds me of the Songster tab player. It might be tech. Correct, but emotionless. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, really. So it mostly sounds correct, but yeah, there's no mixing. There's really just no mixing at all, and like, yeah, tab player kind of deal. It sounds like MIDI. It sounds like, I said karaoke version. Like, it sounds like the MIDI, the high-quality MIDI version. Not even like a shitty one, not just like a crappy one. But like a high quality, like MIDI keyboard Yamaha with like a full sound bass, which still doesn't sound quite right. But, you know, it sounds like it's like that. It's like that version of Pink Floyd. Yeah, like just it's a little bit cheap, a little bit unbelievable. Ted Comet with $2. You know, I'll bring up some music here while we're doing this. Got a few to read here. Let me go. Bring up some more Chrono Trigger, I guess, because we were doing that a little bit there. Chrono Cross? No. Where is it? Start at OST. Start at number 2 here. That's good. Yeah. I'll do this one. Yeah. Let me see here. $2 from Ted Comet. Doug's review of Schindler List be all, camp is fun! Yeah, I'd love to see some more great takes from Doug in that style. Just like, you know, you watch, I don't know, you watch Dances with Wolves and you just like, man, that sure was a nice mountain! Those were pretty landscapes! But boy, those native guys should stop whining so much. Like, I don't know. That was really weird. $10 from Sai. At first I gave Doug the benefit of the doubt that he was making fun of the common shallow perception of Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. But no, he's just an idiot. Yeah, he's just an idiot. $2 from Archivist Arcantroll Mark 1.0. Hail hashtagler. Hashtag! Yes. Sorry, tweeting! There you go. €2 from Dengiston Spear. Ironic that Doug complains about the runtime, lol. Well, there's a lot of ironies there. Talking about ego, talking about runtime, talking about fucking... There's a lot of things that he should probably not be so hesitant to judge in that movie. As in that movie especially. 10 CHF from Super Mario Hack. I fear what's about to come up, and so should you, chat. Yeah, nobody was ready. Nobody was ready for it, even the second time. $2 from Folger Kelly. Has Been Hotel. Yes. Has Been Hotel! Ah! Ah! $2 from the Cordelia specifically. How very dare you compare Mirror Mask to this? Listen, I'm just saying, weird CGI creatures and like a human person in a CGI environment. You know, it's shitty Mirror Mask, but it was kind of a little bit. I mean, again, I think the vastly better comparison is obviously, you know, but yeah. $5 from the almighty lolly. Nostalgia Critics The Wall is the only video on YouTube to have furry guru fetishists and Corey Taylor in it. It says a lot about society. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think this really, it explains a lot about why the pandemic happened, you know? Like, because that was 2019, and, you know, I'm just saying. $5 from Sammy's Stop Motion Oasis. Doug was self-pleasuring himself while writing this script and lyrics. I could see it. $5 from Aurelius. Don't really know what to say, so you hear about gun funny. Gun equals funny. Well, that's another podcast to make, I guess. Gun equals funny. $2 from Big Meaty Claws. You need to see a Sailor Moon's video. Pervs out. Yeah, well, he was a bit of a perv out. We got a bit of a range of Sailor Moon emotions there. I thought that was pretty good. $5 from HG McCar. I read that one already. I hope you dealt with your boner about the furry demon creatures. $5 from a Lady Class. Lady Emily's Nostalgia Critic videos are pretty good. You should check them out. Well, Lady Emily's video about Demo Reel was the one, specifically the one about the fucking guy from the Wall video. The one with the fucking big ass face. That one. The one who looks like Kylo Ren. I think it's that guy who made Demo Reel again. He brought back the horrible failed series Demo Reel, and he did that again. And yeah, he apparently actually injected some fucking life into the thing. There was like real cinematography, there was some real effort. Like he actually cared, he tried, and it wasn't it wasn't made by Doug, you know? So she mentioned that. She had a video about that, and I was like, wow, amazing. So yeah, I would recommend that one in particular, and the other one about Demo Reel too. $5 from Aurelius. I'm pretty sure it was Son of the Mask. No, it wasn't. Trust me, I remember. Well, you were wrong. You were wrong. It was Michael Morbius with $5 who said NC the Avengers review, very beginning, screams for like 20 seconds straight. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one. I'm pretty sure if that wasn't the one, then it was another one very similar to that. Because that was exactly what I described. It was right near the beginning, and it was like 20 fucking seconds of screaming. It was exactly that. I'm pretty sure it was that one. I swear it was either North or Alaska, but I was wrong. $5 from a Lady Class on Lady Emily's Twitter. She made a tweet about Molossia too. YouTube won't let me say what her Twitter is. Oh, I see. About Molossia? Oh, like, you mean about Kickassia specifically, or about the Micronation? What does she have to say about the Micronation? And we might need to do another Micronation stream, and that was like last year. We could do it's almost been time and gone to do more Micronations. Michael Morbius has been a member for 3 months. Yeah, welcome. If you want an opinion for one of Doug's cringiest post-NC death reviews, I'd say Devil. I swear it's literally one long skit without being clipless. Oh boy. Devil? Alright. Nostalgia Critic. Debles. Devil. Oh, I think I've heard of this one. I think I fucking remember this in some way. I vaguely remember this. Him in this elevator or whatever, or at least No, I think I remember this movie. I've seen people make fun of this movie. Oh god. Oh, this looks miserable. 2013, yeah. Okay, well, I'll save this for another time. Yeah, we'll do more of this at some point. Definitely. Thank you for the suggestion. Sometime this month we'll have more Nostalgia Critic November. $2 from Bonafide Angered Penguin. Sailor Moon's creator is married to Hunter Hunters. Yes. It's a very, very cute relationship they have. $2 from Tyler Damelon Dragon. Weird AF, Doug. Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird, bro. I would agree. £2 from EC90. Do you think Malcolm and the girl get paid well? Malcolm and the girl. Well, there's a few of the girls, I think. Yeah, Malcolm, White Lady Malcolm, and other White Lady Malcolm. I think we're probably all, I don't know, hopefully all compensated well. I think they're still in videos there, so, I mean, it's been going on at least a decade, so I would assume that they're happy with their lot in life to some extent. $2 from Autistic Wolf. Who told him he could do this? Best quote ever. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, like, just him singing, and, like, who gave him the fucking suggestion that he should do this? Like, really? Like, actually, like, who? Because was it just him that was like, I should do it, and I'll sing every song? Because I guess I could believe he would. But I could also easily see somebody fucking being like, oh, Critic, you should do it. Yeah, Doug, you should try singing it. You're a great singer. Like, fucking dick riding him, and then he just gets this fucking idea that he can fucking do it, and, like, no, he absolutely can't. I don't know, either way. Thank you everybody for watching. That'll be it for the stream. I'll be back sometime soon, probably tomorrow. I don't know. I got another podcast thing to do today, and I want to do some more editing, so maybe we'll do like an editing stream tomorrow, do a little bit of that. I mentioned I might do some of that, so yeah, take it easy, folks, and I will penis. Doug can sing okay, just it was artful lyrics. Doug can't fucking sing okay. Well, maybe he could. If he tried a little harder, I guess maybe he could. Anyways, take it easy, folks. Bye. Penis.